Hello, folks. How's everybody doing tonight? Hello, Miriam, Southern Belle, Uncle Bubba, Bruce Wayne, Singularity. How y'all doing? Mr. Detires. Cheers. Hey, Zach. What's up, buddy? I don't remember anybody saying anything about Canadians. Honestly, I don't think the chat's working again, folks. I saw Bruce Wayne posted something in YouTube and it didn't cross over in the StreamYard, so things might be kind of fucky right now. Miriam's joke was, what do you get when you cross a donkey with a green onion? And the punchline was a piece of ass that brings tears to your eyes. Okay, there it goes. I see Bruce now in StreamYard. Cool, cool. Keep it clean, Bubba. Keep it clean. So I got a question for everybody. Um, my connection has been kind of fucked up the last couple of days, so I haven't been able to keep up online much. I saw something earlier today in a chat. Somebody said something had happened in St. Louis. Uh, can I get an audio check, folks? Can you guys hear me? Okay, cool. Like I was saying, I've been having connection issues the last couple of days, so try and bear with me. Yeah, I heard something about St. Louis. There was some big police chase and cops were shooting at somebody. Hey, Jimmy, what's up? What's up, Dallas? Who's there, Froggy? Ah, cool. Thank you, Bruce. I will have to check that out. No, Bell, I didn't hear about that. Enlighten me. As I said, I've been kind of calms down for 2 days. Not really heard much news.
All right.
Hey.
You know, I wish this fucking thing would put my fucking chat down here. Because when I go on here, I mean, I'm cool with it, man. Canoes. It's just, I can't see I gotta hit my chat and then I lose my video. You know, it's just a pain in the ass. Okay, so I'm going to my chat, but my chat's wiped out. I just got on, but.
Yeah, trying to do StreamYard with the phone. That happens. Hey, Bill. What's up, dude? Zach giving Miriam wilted flowers. Uh, yeah, exactly, Bruce. It did look like a field of beans. Too short to be corn. Maybe he was trying to go in there and make some crop circles. Get picked up by the aliens. It is that time, folks. Smoke them if you got them. Plane was in Turkey, 16 dead, 177 on board. Yeah, that sucks. Right on, Bruce. Stay away from the soy. It'll kill you. Hey, battery. Hey, better battery. Oh, come on, sing. That's not nice. Be a lot louder than that if that was true.
Hey, I'm in the show. It says it.
You're
It
in
says
the
it.
show.
There's fucking proof. It says you're in the fucking show. It shows up blue and all kinds of shit. I ain't saying there's fireworks, but it's pretty obvious I'm in the
Yep.
show. What's going on, Canoes? When I'm in this show, I
Yeah.
can't see, and I got a big empty space at the end of my
Are you on
phone.
your phone?
Yeah, and there's a big
Yeah,
empty space.
StreamYard is like that with phones. Yep.
Yeah.
StreamYard is fucked up with mobile users.
Yeah, so I just got to deal with it. So, well, if
That's all
someone
you
says
can
something to
do.
me in chat, Canoe, you got to tell me. Because I can't see chat, and I'm sorry, chat. But I'll shoot shit with you, Canoes.
All right.
Dude, fucking Barney.
Oh, they're all telling lies and nasty stories about you, dude.
I know. I appreciate those. It gives me something to defend later. All the lies and nasty hearsays and whatnot. But dude, me and Warehouse Brawler, we're setting a boulder out by his sign, and fucking Barney pulls up in the car, right? And I told Warehouse, hey, Barney's sitting there. And he goes, yeah, he usually he used to sit there or something. And then Barney got out of the car and started walking towards us. I says, yo, Barney's on the way. I fucking Warehouse Dweller looks at me, he's like, and then he goes back in the truck. He shuts the truck off because Big Blue is like a big truck, big diesel, He shuts it off. And so Barney comes around in the truck. And as soon as Barney sees me, he's like, hey, man, what's up? And he goes and gives me the fist bump. So I give him the fist bump, And we're shooting the shit for a little bit. And then he goes, and Warehouse Dweller says, I wonder what that's about. And I told him, your whistles. Sure enough, Barney asked him,
Yep.
I got a complaint about some whistles here. And me and Warehouse Dweller laugh at each other. Nah, Barney's being cool. And we're cool with Barney. I ain't got a problem with Barney. And neither does Warehouse Dweller. Fuck that. We need cops. If you don't got police, society will crumble. I mean, think about it. You got to have police or society will crumble. And they're pushing this. The fucking goddamn left wing fucking idiot fucking deep state fucking pieces of shit are pushing that. I'll defund the police. Let's have our anarchy. Are you fucking insane? That's not the way this is going. We're going to have a strong police force, a strong military, and no, things ain't doing that. It ain't happening. Not on my watch. It ain't happening in this town. The city, I am not in the city. I don't know what's going on there. I'm not there. So I don't, the news lies. I don't know what's going on in the cities. But I'm in small town and I don't give a fuck what's going on in the cities, really. I do. But I'm just glad I'm positioned right where I'm at. I like my location. Location. I like this one. I mean, I'm in the middle of two cities. There's too many people in the cities. It's crazy. I just put on a scenario the other day for myself. I said, okay, they got 40-story apartment buildings in New York City. 40 stories. Let's just say there's 10 apartments on each story. That's 400 apartments. And let's say there's an average of 3 people. That's 1,200 people. Evacuate that at once. You got 1,000 people on the street. That's a crowd, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's a crowd. That just probably lost their home or where. In such a small area. Wow. I like my acre. I can make it work. I need zip lines.
Zip lines.
I need zip lines. I gotta have them. No, it's in the cards. And zip lines gotten cheap. They got backyard zip lines, which I don't want. I want the heavy duty industrial mountaintop motherfuckers. It's thicker cable and better cable, better gear, heavy duty. Of course you got to spend more, but you get what you pay for. No, I zip line way the fuck down this creek. I'm way up the hill, and the creek goes down the creek.
For sure.
Use the gravity, Fuck yeah, man. Right down to the bridge. I can make it there. I know it. Like, you just, get your height. And I got trees that go way the fuck up, dude. These trees are ginormous up here. And they've all gotten struck by lightning, which, I'm kind of concerned with, but the trees are 200 years old and they're still standing. So the one's gotten struck like 3 times by lightning at least, and it's still standing. I'm in. Fucking cigarettes are going out. Well, I got clear weather for about a week, I think. 1 or 2 straight thunderstorms coming in.
Yeah, same here.
They're 50-50s, but generally some good weather. That's what I need. I got to figure out the wood I need for enclosing this deck in and insulating. And I do need a couple of windows. Gotta have windows. So I'm looking for windows. Good ones. Cheap. Like ones that they ordered and they don't fit or something.
Howdy, drop.
Yep. Like Mr. Seconds or something. But I want good windows. I ain't buying shit windows. Like at least double pane.
How you doing, Aaron?
Argon, Phil. Who's on?
It's Drop.
Holy fuck, Drop. Where have you been, man? And how's the garden?
Oh, it's doing great. I actually called up the food bank for the city around here, and they were like, "Oh, hello." I was like, "Yeah, I want to donate some food for my garden." They're like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah, boy, Drop.
I grew extra this year for people around here. A lot of veterans there.
Yeah, you know how much you need for the year, Drop.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, and then they said they want to open up a farmers market right down the thing here. They're doing it every Saturday, and I was like, okay, yeah, but I'm going to donate food first.
Hey, man, it's all karma. You know that.
Yeah, I talked to Phoebe a couple days ago. She survived the storm.
Yeah, I don't think the storm's hit yet, but we're coming into it.
Well, you're in New York, so she's in North Carolina. That's a different story.
Oh,
know that.
storm. I'm thinking storm, election year storm.
Yeah, that's another different story. That's a little more
Yeah. Well,
politics
I
and
call
shit.
that a storm, and it's November 4th. And, actually, I think it's November 4th, and then you got Thanksgiving, and then you got Christmas and New Year's.
I just
So,
want to say hello to some people here that I could see in the stream. Buffalo Bill, Ghost, Bruce Wayne, Miriam. Glad to see y'all. Weather and
I
Coffee.
can't see
Don't
the
know you,
chat.
but would
I'm
like to
gonna
know
hit my
you.
chat button. Sometimes it throws me off here. You did it. Yeah, I'm gonna hit my chat button.
Yeah, I grew extra this year because I knew that people are going to need food this year. I received it like
There's the
in
chat.
2000. If you watch my videos on my other channel,
Buffalo Bill,
you'll know that I've actually perceived it this
dude,
day, this
Southern
year.
Belle.
But premonitions, perceptions, whatever it is.
There's Bruce Wayne.
And then I hear my
there.
neighbor works at the VA. It possibly has COVID now. So there we go. It's going to be fun. I heard you bought yourself a stretch of land up there in New York. I guess he dropped off. Hey, Canoes, how you doing? Is there anybody out there? I think the stream went down. Can you all hear me?
I can hear you drop.
Okay. Oh, I just wondering. There we go, Michelle. How you doing?
Trying to hang in there.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. I know how it goes.
Yeah, one day's easy, one day's not.
Yeah, I know. I was going to give you a holler earlier today, but I just, it's Friday's crisis day.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Aaron.
Hi, Michelle.
Yeah, I dropped out. Every time I go to the chat, it's like a death sentence. I can't. I'm trying different ways to get back in without dropping out. But every time I go to the chat and then I can chat, and then as soon as I try to get back in on the video, bam, I'm out. But I'm having a good time.
That's good.
Hey, Buffalo Bill, Miriam.
No, it's just funny. I've had police incidences.
Southern Belle,
Like,
Bruce.
yes, today Bruce had one, and like 2 days ago I had one, but no problem. Just people complaining about our activities, and I'm telling you, people, I don't bother nobody. I'm always please, thank you, yes sir, no sir, open the door for everybody. I don't give nobody grief. But yet, there's complainers. It's incredible. And warehouse dwellers the same. He'll give you the time of day. He don't care who you are. He'll give you the time of day, but there's always complainers.
Aaron, I try to be a gentleman too. That's what it's called. Be polite and be respectful
My
and think of
mom
others.
raised me that way. Dude,
I think she did.
My mom made sure I was a gentleman.
That's right. Doesn't mean you're a pussy.
I know what a soup spoon and a salad fork is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't mean you're a pussy either. When it comes down to that shit.
Fuck no. but I could shave and put on. I could tie my own tie.
All right.
You
Hey,
know.
folks, I'm gonna.
I know
We
how to
got someone
dress
new
up
coming
and
in here.
act. They're act.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
That's the word. I gotta
I can
act.
wait, Canoe. I can hear you, Canoe.
All right. We got somebody new trying to get in backstage. I'm gonna pop him in here and see if he's legit.
Let's do it.
Jesse James coming in. Hello.
You gotta show yourself,
Good
brother.
evening.
Was that Jesse James?
Yes.
Jesse James.
Say something.
How you guys doing this fine evening?
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm having a good time.
Pretty good.
I'm at
You
my
having a
camp.
good time? You look like you're having a good time. I'm having
Dude, I'm at camp and I'm on my deck and the one end of the deck is like
Thank
50,
you. It's a
50.
picture of my husband, Tom, and those are the ones that were killed in the motorcycle accident on the 18th of June this year. For those who are new, but I wanted to share that tonight because that was probably one of the last pictures those two took together.
I know. I visualized his face earlier last
And
night.
you
You're
could
talking
tell-
about that.
Yeah,
Hey,
and-
I didn't know that he died.
Hug pro-life. Hug
And
pro-life.
then I visualized his face, and
Poor
that's
girl.
exactly what I saw.
Are you
That's so
serious,
crazy.
brother?
That's so crazy.
No, you got it. It's a tough thing to live through.
That was
And
old
you are
Fort
gonna live
Niagara
through it
right there.
pro-life.
We
Yeah.
went to Old Fort Niagara last summer, remember?
Yeah,
You're
I'm
gonna
looking
live
at the
through
family
it.
photo, but it looks exactly like I envisioned him.
That's good, brother, to know
I just-
because it can comfort me at night because I want to be able to know. I mean, he wasn't the perfect husband, but he got his help and his treatment once he did. He did a 180. Our marriage took a better turn, and he was an awesome father and always provided for me and made sure I was taken care of, including all the way getting to my dental appointments. That's how well he took care of me. And I just
Right.
want to be able to I want to just make sure that he's in heaven
Hey,
and that I will
he
see
is
him
in
again.
heaven. He did the 180 like you said. He did
Right,
the
Drop?
180 at a girl.
Drop.
And with your help. With your help.
Yeah, you know,
You gotta hang in there, pro-life.
diddles with
Amen.
my wife. She was a very good
It's gonna be
organizer,
for the rest of your life.
everything like that. She was just awesome. And it'll be 4
I
years
gotta
in
duck
March,
out.
and I miss her completely.
I had to fill out some paperwork, and I have to say widow, and it's just weird.
Well, I'm a widower, so that's not even fun either. But I mean, I understand what you're going through. I just at
Everybody's
the certain
got
point
their-
is it hit me pretty fast because she told me she had like fibrosis or something like that, whatever, some type of female
Yeah.
problem.
Mm.
And 6 weeks later, I'm sitting there in the hospital with her, and I'm just
Oh,
watching her
brother.
die. That
You
was
not only watching your best friend die, but your own wife. I can't. I'm sorry.
That's what she was, my best friend and my wife, and
Yep,
we had
same
a very
with my
good
husband.
relationship. Yeah,
Awesome, brother.
and
You'll be together again.
I know that already because I saw her before I ever married her. Like I said to you on the phone. Remember that day?
Before he died? Was this before he died?
No, I'm talking about my wife.
Oh, your wife. Yes, that day we
when
had
I
that
told you
conversation.
about that day when I saw everybody there, including you and your husband and
Yes.
your kids.
Oh, that sounds kind of freaky tiki. Sorry.
It's not because I actually knew my wife before I married her. I knew her when I was 9 years old, and when I finally met her, I knew that was the one I was going to marry.
Wow.
And the people I see along the way is also people that I've known as friends that I never knew until I knew them, and then I knew them, and then I also realized that in that dream that they were also there. So Michelle,
Well,
you're my friend.
Canoes, you lost some loved ones too, so you get it, right? Canoes, you still there?
Canoes is off on a pee break.
Yeah, sometimes my whole life is a bad movie because it's about my life, and it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I understand that because I'm like living in a movie.
Yeah, my father passed away last year.
Yeah.
Well, hey, everybody. If you haven't watched The Truman Show.
Oh, are you talking about I will never ever give that freak another cent of my money. I don't care if it's an old movie or a new movie.
I know Jim Carrey
Screw
is
him.
a fucking tweak.
Nope. not
But
happening.
But I know. But the Truman Show. Here, I'll give it to you because I can't spoil it for you because you ain't gonna watch it, right? So I can't spoil it for you. This guy, he lives. They built a whole city around this guy with a bubble, and they were filming him like constantly, and all the neighbors were
I'll be right
actors.
back, folks.
And it was the Truman Show, and everyone would tune in except him. He didn't know. Everybody was actors, and it's a legitimate thing. It's a legitimate reality.
They could
fucking
have got
show.
them so much better, hot-looking wives than those ones they got. So whatever.
Yes, I agree.
Just kidding. Being a pig.
No, you ain't. For Hollywood, no. But the thing is the guy was constantly being surveilled, like like I am, like my phone does. My phone knows. All I gotta do is talk. And
Aaron, do you want me to cut to the chase? What you're trying to say is that the elite are watching us like like the Truman Show.
Yeah,
because they have all the tools.
Every one of
Google, CIA, funded, Facebook, and everything
and
else.
I could give a fuck.
Right.
That's right.
I gotta see if I can see this on the page.
I agree with the not to that extent, but
it is.
Yeah. I'll subscribe to that.
Little FIVE towers going up. They're going to make sure they can do that.
Check this out. This article here I'm sharing here. I had a friend.
Fuck. They can have all my data. They can have my data and they can go fuck my son. Not fuck my son.
Michelle's
fuck
trying to say
themselves with it.
Aaron, Michelle's trying to say something, please.
My friend just shared this with me, and I think this is so very, very important because he's not the only one that's facing major lawsuits. We have to wake up, people. I mean, I can't say this enough. How much our whole Constitution is under threat. It's already been underwater for a long time, and we haven't even realized. I was reading this, and my friend shared this with me. I thought you guys would like this link, and I'll share it here. It talks about this owner of a firearms store that says Howell Township officials violated the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution when they denied his request to establish the new outdoor gun range facility in the township. A federal lawsuit filed in November of 2018 against the township is pending in federal court after an Oakland Technical Supply, Mike Page, and township officials failed to reach a settlement. Last month, both responses to motion further argue their cases. And I'll share this link so you guys can read the rest of this. But, I mean, this is just, when is it going to be enough? Like, we the people have to start doing something about this. Because these local gun stores, no offense, this is where I buy my guns from. This is where I go get my ammo because we have places like Dick's who are too afraid to sell guns now. Or they're too afraid to send ammo. Walmart, you can only buy a box at a time now, it is.
Yeah, Walmart, I never considered buying a gun there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
Well, I have before. I'll admit, I have. But you know what I mean? I'm just saying, that's crazy. Small gun shop owners like that, that's how they get their money and put food on their table. Just like a shoe salesman would feed his family. They're so very important. We need to continue supporting local gun stores, buying guns, buying ammo. Screw buying places, like I said, at Walmart. I'm done buying there. Support these small local gun store owners before they're all gone.
Yeah, I bought a 9mm when I was in Georgia from a small gun owner and stuff like that. I didn't really like the gun. I shot it a few times. I said, took it back and said, this is a pea shooter. I gave it back. And then my friend that, I forget his name, he lives in... he does race shows and stuff like that over there on, every year in Seattle on the lake. And he said a 10mm is a much better gun. Is that right, Canoes?
The 10, it's a lot more powerful. It is most guns that are chambered in it are a lot, heavier weight wise to handle, the load. So even if you get a compact 10 millimeter pistol, it's still going to weigh a ton. So it might not be like perfect for everybody for concealed carry, but that round will put down any 2 or 4-legged threat.
How about a
People
45 long coat?
That's cool.
That's what I use.
Yeah, 10 millimeter. A lot of people carry it up in Alaska in bear country. It'll take down a grizzly.
Are you serious? What's the speed of coming out of the? Is it 3,000?
Oh, I'm not sure about the muzzle velocity, but I know the carry rounds that I have for it are Federal Hydroshock hollow points, and they're 185 grains.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah, it's a big bullet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know the actual statistics and all that shit off the top of my head.
Yeah, if you're in Alaska, you need a pretty good gun because there's lots of bears up there. That's no doubt.
Hey, can I ask you something, Drop?
Mm-hmm.
On this death certificate, on Thomas's death certificate, it says neck, torso. I said neck, torso, and head trauma, right? Now, I told you, like, when I said the goodbye to him at the funeral, his whole side of his neck was all black and blue. So wouldn't you suspect, because I'm still waiting on the actual report from the autopsy, wouldn't you suspect that it did snap his neck?
That's a very good possibility.
Okay. Because it said
what probably
neck trauma.
happened is that he hit one side of his shoulder and then his neck rolled into it and it snapped. That's what I can probably think of, but I'm not a forensic expert,
Because there was also a electric pole or some kind of telephone pole right there, and then there was the ditch. So Anna had to have. Well, you can just imagine.
I don't want to try to imagine. That's.
Well, I try. I have to know these answers, and when I get these answers.
What you're trying to go to is instantaneous death, right?
I want to know, I want to know that she didn't even wake up. I want to know, I hope she didn't try. I hope she didn't whimper or cry. I'm hoping not even just 2 minutes of pain. I hope she wasn't suffering. I want to know that it was instant. I want to know her soul instantly left her body and went to heaven.
Did you talk to the people that did the autopsy?
I talked to him over the phone. I went to, they sent me a piece of paper. They told me I had to fill it out. Then they had to tell me I had to get a notary, which I figured my bank had that. So I went to the bank, got that done, and I'm still waiting back on the form. All it is on the death certificates is for Tom is head, neck, and torso. Anna was just head and torso, which means chest, right?
Meant she hit her head first.
Yes.
It's
probably gone the first minute she hit her head.
Even with that helmet hitting that telephone pole, it couldn't have saved her. Like I'm just trying to figure.
They always list the major cause of death first on those death certificates. Okay, so if they say head and then torso, that means she hit her head on the pavement and she was gone. Then she hit. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's what they mean by those, right? Canoes.
Helmets can only do so much. Yeah.
They wouldn't even let me see it, identify him by his face. I only saw his Apple Watch and his wedding band.
Was he wearing a helmet? Because I don't think he was.
Yeah, he was. Both were. And the police told me they were both on them when they arrived. The accident report, sheriffs, whatever you call them.
Red and green. Do I see red and green? Was there any red and green involved in that?
Anna had a red helmet.
Yes.
I don't know what color helmet he had on.
I'm seeing red and green.
I would have to ask my son.
I hate doing this, but
I didn't get none of the clothing or article that they had back. I mean, these are the questions that I want to know if is it appropriate to ask the medical examiner when I call him on Monday. Because I want
No, it's completely appropriate.
so when he hit the pole, he hit it with the top between his shoulder blades
And I hit
right
the
at
pole.
the neck, right at the neck, right? That's what Tom hit. He hit right at the pole, right? Or did he straddle him?
Anna fell first, and apparently she was by the pole, and he was just a couple feet ahead of her. Like she fell first, and he went next, and then the bike went ahead of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm just trying to vision it. I'm having troubles.
Me
tonight.
too. I've been to the scene, and I cannot understand, even if she had to have been impaired, because there was no way she did not see them coming. She made that left turn without even looking what ahead of her. Like, and the two drivers behind Tom stayed and were witnesses and still are cooperating, thank God, with the police, because
the biggest problem is sometimes I cannot see all the time. I can see
right.
only what I want to see.
And there was another driver behind them, the third witness, but the police didn't need to speak to her because she actually didn't see it. She thought maybe it was a deer that got hit and that went flying or whatever. She didn't understand. But she showed up to me at the funeral home, and she was just, this woman was bawling, and she was just hysteric. She's trying to explain to me as best what she could see, and it still left me with all these unanswered questions.
And she was a witness.
Yes, and the police said that she was the third witness,
if she's
but they only have
and everything
two.
like that, maybe she's guilty of something. Because that's human nature. When you have done something and you don't want to disclose it, you actually don't say it. But I really can't.
She's not on the police report either, because my friend.
I know. I'm trying to vision something tonight, but I'm not doing a very good job of it. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Sometimes you can't turn it on and turn it off. It just comes and then it goes. But I did see your husband's face, like you saw on the picture. I saw his face exactly like that.
Yeah.
Almost. It's a little bit older. It was a little more. Well, I envisioned him with glasses on. Did he wear glasses?
He only wears sunglasses. He doesn't wear. He wore those Walmart reading glasses when he wanted to read a book.
Yeah, exactly. The reading glasses. Yeah.
He never really.
But I'm not a know-all answer. I can see glimpses of things, and I'm not really good tonight because I've had a couple of beers. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I got to really clear my mind and fast for a day or two, and then I can really see stuff.
So I bet you I'm going to be frustrated, though, when the report comes in. It's not going to give me all the answers.
I know it's not going to give you all the answers, and the answer is that they're gone, Michelle. And that's the answer you get. And I know you want to blame somebody and hate somebody, and but the end of it is that they're gone, and you need to think about, when my wife died, what I did, and I hate to turn this into a show of, but I think
no, but I don't often get to talk to you, so I'm glad you're here tonight.
I know.
Go ahead.
I think really what you need to think about is moving forward. I know that sounds bad, but when my wife died, the only thing I could think about was, okay, I made the burial arrangements. I had her family there, and I said, what are your wishes? And they wouldn't tell me anything, and I had to take care of everything myself. I felt alone. I felt very alone. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Very, very alone. Because I had to take care of everything. Plus, I had to watch the love of my life die right in front of my face,
And they got kids to raise too, so you had to.
Then I had to fetch my kid out of school till her mother died. And take her down there to say her goodbyes,
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you talking to me and letting me comfort me and letting them know. I mean, often I don't get to talk to you,
that wasn't
so
easy.
I hate to do this on Wizard's channel, but like Wizard said, he don't mind. So
he's a good man.
He is a good man, and thank you all for all your prayers and your love that you guys have given me, and the donations coming in for Anna Stone. It's not going to be nothing too fancy. I just want her picture on a stone. if that's possible. I know a guy who did me and Tom Stone, so I'm sure he can make it possible.
Oh yeah,
Nothing
it's
too big, nothing too
possible.
fancy. Yeah. I figured that picture that was in the paper of her is a beautiful picture for her stone.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Oh, we have another new person, Michael.
Yep. We got Michael.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hi.
You know, the biggest thing, Michelle, is the fact that I had a daughter to raise and I had to take care of finances and everything else because my wife used to do all that stuff. And
Yeah, he did everything. So that's just so ironic how we kind of like can relate to this.
right. And so I really had to, you know, I didn't have a lot of time to grieve when this happened. And so I had to make sure my daughter was in school, happy, and try to keep life normal, and, without anger and without my sorrow, because it really affects kids a lot. And,
But differently though. Like Sarah's now she's angry at him. Like it came out of left field today. She said what she said about her father. I was just like, what? Like
Sarah's
Anger
much older,
is
right?
a natural reaction.
she's 13. She's 13,
That's
guys.
completely normal reaction. That's part of the grief process.
Okay.
It's sad to say, but it is.
Yeah, my daughter was 15 when her mother died. Can you
My
imagine
father
that?
passed away last
I
year.
can't imagine being 15, even
and-
older, because it's harder because you look forward to your daddy being there at your graduation or walking down the aisle, and it's just
Yeah, Canoes, you just lost your mother. I'm sorry to hear that.
yeah. Sorry to hear that, Canoes.
I have both
What
my
happened
parents.
to Canoes?
Yeah, he dropped off for a minute. I lost both of my parents are in hospice right now. I don't expect them to last a year. They're 89 years old,
Yeah,
and I had to wave through them through a freaking window in Washington
I'm
State.
sorry about that. Janice Dean, the Fox News, that meteorologist, the senior meteorologist, her husband lost both parents, and both of them were there for knee replacement and hip replacement, and they happened to get the surgery around the same time, except for she broke her hip. When you're old, it happens. Anyways, they got stuck in the same facility, and it was a long-term care facility, but they also had a rehab floor. Well, anyways, that's where they were. Well, anyways, they ended up getting the COVID because our governor Cuomo put these COVID patients into the New York State facilities, like long-term care facilities. Even if they did have rehab floors, he didn't care. He just threw them in there, and they ended up getting the COVID, right? And Janice Dean's husband's parents both died, right? The nursing home didn't even contact them until like a week and a half later, right? They ended up cremating them without the guy's permission, and they couldn't even have a funeral or say goodbye to them.
Yeah, I can wave through the window and talk to him on the phone or through an open window, but I'd stay, outside, and I don't think I'm going to see them.
Could you imagine though? I can't imagine though. I'm so sorry, Drop.
Yeah,
Like, what if they would have told me I couldn't have had a funeral for Tom and Anna? I would have.
Well, at this
flipped.
point, the way the world's going and what I know is going to happen, I'm glad they're going to leave before everything really goes to shit.
This guy, Lord Bader Funeral Home, did perfect job. He said, you know what? If you want people to come in here, if you want 100 people, 200 people, if you want people to leave, if you see people you don't like, you're out town to leave. If you want them to wear masks or not wear masks, it was all up to me. And they were very, very kind. What was so nice about this whole process, which was comfort for me, Tom had everything planned out. He has my funeral all planned out to the T. Everything just all written down. That's how Tom always was. So when I went in there, I was like, look, copy everything that you have for Tom, for Anna. Only thing he couldn't match exactly was the casket. That was it. Everything else, what Tom wanted, Anna got, even to the vault. And he told me a story one time. He goes, your husband was a really good man, but he tried convincing my husband at the time not to go with the vault that my husband wanted. Because he's never once in his life, of the 20 years he's been at this funeral home, never sold that very particular vault. And my husband was so anal, Drop. And that's why I loved my husband, because he was just so particular. And he said, no, I want this vault. And he meant it too. And he said, I want it. And you put it down on the paper. And the guy tried convincing him at the last minute. And Tom said, nope, I want that vault. And he told me that. He goes, I'll never forget that. He goes, my husband was a good man, you know? And that's how my husband was. He had everything just planned out. So I didn't have to worry about, you know, picking out a casket and all that stuff because I don't think I could have went through that, you know?
Yeah, that's hard to do the burial stuff on your
Because
own.
I went through with my mom and my husband was there and he ended up getting sick. He had to go to the car because it made him that sick. Watching them rake my grandmother for money.
Yeah, that's another thing too. You know, they want to rake you for money. I mean, in your moment of grief, they want to screw you to the wall. And
his
you
cost
know,
7,000. Hers was 6,000. They gave me 1,000 off actually.
It's a brutal business that what they do to people. It's disgusting.
Oh, I know it is disgusting. It really is. But I'm thankful for this funeral home.
Oh yeah, I had a friend who died of an overdose of methamphetamine. I was helping them with that. It was disgusting. The corners they cut and the money they charged for the corners they cut. It was disgusting. I had the same with my mother's mom. She even got cremated, and it was still so expensive just for them to see the body and identify it. It was just so expensive.
Yep. Some
Disgusting
funeral
what they
homes
do.
will charge you for every little detail too, like the cross, the blanket, the pillow, the rosary. If they want a rosary, it's like all this other stuff. That's not how this place was. But I'm sorry for your loss. It can't be easy losing a friend. I have lost many friends throughout since high school. It's not easy.
I'm much younger than you guys. I don't have a wife or a husband yet, so it must be much harder for you guys. I'm very sorry.
Well, thank you. And welcome to the channel.
it's not easy losing a spouse. Trust me.
No, I can't imagine it is.
One that you, actually, I was married to my wife for 18 years. Michelle, same thing.
Mm-hmm. 18 years, really? Me too. Me and Tom too. That's wow.
You know, and losing a spouse, you know, your best friend, you know, person you thought well you're going to spend the rest of your life with until you pass on. My parents have been married for, I guess, 65 years.
Oh wow, that's beautiful. See, that's what I wanted so bad. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if that makes 65 years, but you know, we got married in
Even
our
if you make
30s.
50, 50 is a beautiful number.
Yeah, well, we made 18, and it wasn't my choice; it was God's choice. So
you're right. But I see, I have to tell myself, God didn't create that accident. God didn't call for that accident. This driver made a choice. She created this accident. And I have to tell myself that every night, because if not, then I go back into this mode where I don't even want to get out of my bed.
I've been there. You know, that's why I got rid of the house. I just couldn't be there anymore because it reminded me of everything. I took one picture when we moved. My mom called up and during the whole crisis said, I can't deal with all this stuff anymore and I need assisted living and stuff like that. So I went up there to, you know, to Montana where they were at. And I looked at some places around Colorado where I have some relatives and I finally settled out here just west of Spokane because I have my two sisters in Seattle, which I keep telling to get the hell out of. But, you know, I'm closer to family. So we moved them from Montana to here, you know, and I had a good 3 years with my parents, you know, take them out, you know, once a week or twice a week for, you know, shopping, for dinner and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really have the opportunity when I was in Georgia all those years, you know. I didn't. Because it was pretty hard to drive from Georgia or fly from Georgia out to, you know, to Montana all the time.
Were you close to your dad, Canoe? Sorry for you losing your dad.
Well, I mean, as close as a father and a son can be, I suppose.
Yeah.
You know, we lived together for 20 years. And, you know, we had our moments of strife between each other that every son and father has.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I miss him. And
yeah.
I'm, you know, I'll be honest, I'm pissed at him, not only because, you know, for years he just wouldn't take people's advice about calming down, you know, letting his stress and his anger get the best of him when he had a high blood pressure problem. And
Mhm.
it's sad because not 2 months before he died, I had confronted him one day. He just had a complete meltdown and was throwing things and over some stupid shit. And I'm like, just walk away from it and calm down, or you're going to give yourself a heart attack. And that's what ended up happening.
Yeah, Canoe says the same thing with my wife. Is she should have been upfront with her health condition to me,
Mhm.
and she wasn't. She said she had some female problems, right? And it was more serious because she had cancer of the uterus and the liver.
A lot of women don't want to let their husbands worry, and I think that's maybe why she didn't tell you at first, hon.
Well, yeah,
Try to
but
protect you, probably.
the point is that I was angry at first, just like you both are, okay,
Mhm.
and just have to learn to forgive and let it go, and know that you'll see them again in heaven. That's all there is to it. Because you won't hate anybody in heaven when you get there. The people that you'll see there, you'll forgive everything. Trust me, you'll forgive.
And Anna's okay.
You'll forgive everything.
I hope my Anna's okay. I hope she knows I love her.
When you get there, they're not waiting for you. They've already seen you there. That's the whole thing that people don't understand. You think they have to wait a long time till you die.
Mhm.
No, you're already there. You just don't know it. That's the beautiful part about being with God and the Father and Joshua, because it's already there. That world exists already. You're thinking time is a linear type of thing, and it's not linear. And
It seems like it's just getting longer since they've died. Like it just takes forever for Friday to come. Like I don't know if you guys noticed like the longing of the weeks just seems.
Yeah,
Maybe it's me. Go ahead,
time is
Canoe.
fluid and it's not exact. It speeds up and slows down whenever the fuck it wants to, if you ask me.
Yeah.
time is not really real. What time is Satan's tool is what it is. Okay,
And
because if you know that there's an all-knowing, all-loving God, then you already know that there's no such thing as time. Do you know that?
yeah,
Mhm.
you know what
That's
time it
truth.
is?
That's truth right there.
What time is it, buddy?
It's time to hit the goat. It's Friday.
Stop
We
relying
lighten up
on
a
that
little bit.
though.
Fire in the bowl.
Go for it.
Be a lot cheaper than drinking alcohol or smoking cigarettes.
Yeah,
I think.
it's just
Damn right.
it's Sarah. She's just she keeps giving it back to me, making me feel guilty. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good anyway. It doesn't matter.
well, my doctor said as long as it's helping me sleep, rather than have to take a pill.
Well, actually, Michelle, they do have a pot shop right across the road from me, and they have the oil thing.
Mhm.
And maybe once or twice a month, my left shoulder gets so bad, and no, I don't take painkillers. I'm not taking opioids, anything like that. I'll just take a couple puffs of that, and it will kill the pain for 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, there you go.
I mean, I use it for medicinal purposes. I don't smoke it every day.
Mhm.
In
And I've had
Jamaica,
friends that are potheads,
AZ
and
Infidel, good to see you, AZ.
I have friends that are potheads, and I don't have anything against anybody that smokes dope or whatever. I don't care, you know, as far as marijuana, what I'm saying. The other stuff, pretty bad. I've seen people that I've known in high school that died from cocaine, and other harsh drugs, but pot? Come on, man.
Mhm.
Get a life, man. That stuff's actually better than
They
alcohol.
actually they pretty brainwashed much Sarah on that. She doesn't realize how much it helps me, but yet her friend's mother or friends' mothers or whoever, they can smoke cigarettes or have a wine or glass or two. It's like I don't even do that.
Oh yeah. And then you see their mood changes because I really don't change when I drink alcohol at all. You know what I'm saying? Just it's kind of like drink a couple
I'm
beers.
glad I gave up tobacco though. What a difference! I can taste my food. I don't my clothes don't smell.
Oh, I
My
hate
husband was exactly right when I quit smoking. what it would be like.
I think psilocybin and marijuana make a huge difference.
I
But
can't
you
hear you
know,
very
for those
well.
who want to, my sister Julie smokes, and I'm like, if she wants to smoke, she can. I just prefer not to. I'm just
Yeah.
choosing not to.
Yeah,
That's all.
smoking disgusts me. I just can't.
I used to
stand
smoke
the smell.
menthol cigarettes. The like
I used to be.
Newport.
I used
What do
to
you
be a
smoke,
big.
Canoe? Newport.
Nah, cheapy menthols.
Yeah,
Nah,
from like the reservation. Do you live? See, I live right next to the reservation, so I used to go right
no,
there and just get a
we don't
pack.
have. There's not a single reservation here in Ohio.
Oh
I
wow,
think
I did not know
the
that.
closest one's either up in New York or Kentucky.
You
Now,
know,
would it be illegal if I would like send you a couple cartons of like Seneca cigarettes? Is that illegal to send somebody out of
Yeah,
state?
technically,
yes.
unless you cover the tax on them.
Yep. You have to cover the federal tax on it, and the local tax, and the state tax. There's all kinds of tax stamps that go with that
But
shit.
if you travel with it, it's okay, right? Like if you like.
If they're for your own personal use, but if you get caught selling them, you could get charged.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember Smokey and the Bandit? What were they doing, Michelle?
All right.
They were smuggling cigarettes.
Thanks for dropping by.
You're right. That was a good comeback.
It was. But yeah, I used to smoke like a chimney when I was in Navy Reserve, and I got hooked on smoking. I did it for like 5 or 10 years. Met my wife, and she said, "I'm not going to live with a smoker," so I quit. Okay, so that's how much I loved her. I quit. So, that's a testimony, but I don't like the smell. And if people smoke, that's fine, but that's their choice. But I'm thinking chewing tobacco is almost as much expensive because I never got really off of tobacco. I chew tobacco, so there you go. What do you think, Canoes? Chewing tobacco versus smoking it?
Me personally, I'll smoke. I think chewing's nasty.
I've actually got a bunch of mullein plants that are in second year, and they actually got seeds, and I'm thinking about just collecting them all and selling them. What do you think about that? You know what mullein is?
Mullein, Mullein.
Yeah, it's the medicinal plant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told the neighbor next door, he's lived there for, his entire life, and I said, mullein plant, the natives used to use the leaves for toilet paper because it's really soft. And he said, "No, I never knew that." I was like,
I think they use it in the poultice too for covering wounds.
it grows wild here.
Same here. Yeah, it's a common field plant.
Well, where are you up at? Oregon?
Ohio.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, mullein's pretty common here in Washington State, and it just grows wild in my backyard like crazy. You could have a drought, never water, it still grows great. I'm thinking about just collecting all the seeds because I have some up by the kitchen window that I've been growing, and they got a bunch of seeds and stuff like that. Do you think people would buy that shit?
Yeah, there's a market for it. I see it for sale in seed catalogs all the time.
Yeah, I probably could just do the back 3/4 acres
It's
with it.
usually sold as like a ground cover or something that you can turn into the soil. Kind of like what they do with wheat.
Well, I've got tons of seeds that you can actually grow mullein from.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a ton of parsley seeds too. Seeing the
If I were you, I would suggest looking into a commercial, grower in your area that you could sell your stock to directly. I'm not sure how that process would work, but it would probably be the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, I get the wholesaling thing. I talked to the neighbor next door because he's really into the agriculture crap. He's got a master's degree in that shit. Which he hangs over my head. You only got a bachelor's. I got a master's. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. You're a janitor at the VA. But unfortunately, he's probably suspected got COVID. So Unfortunately, he's a good guy though. He lost his wife like 6 years ago, unfortunately too. Guy across the street's doing pretty good. He's still got his wife, thank God. He's like 72, a Navy vet. We're all vets over here in this town. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would suggest. Okay, the other side of Oregon, that's fairly close. Yeah, because you're in Washington State, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. There is a company in Cottage Grove, Oregon. They're called Territorial Seed Company, and they're
Okay.
one of the biggest online and catalog seed vendors from the West Coast. And I've been buying stuff from them for years. I would, if you're looking to do something like that, I'd get in touch with them.
Yeah, it just grows wild here. That's why I'm thinking about just making it a
Yeah.
marketable thing. I'm thinking about getting out of programming. I'm tired of doing stuff and marketing stuff. I actually know how to do a lot of marketing. So Territorial Seed Company, it has a bunch of radishes on the front page.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna bookmark them for me. Maybe I'll promote them in the next video.
Yeah, I've been buying seeds from them for over 10 years. Lots of interesting varieties and heirlooms and shit.
Yeah, I want to get one of the Navajo squash plants because I
Okay,
hear
yeah.
they're long term and they're great to have.
And they handle drought very well too, from what I hear.
Yeah, and they're supposed to be a really tasty squash, by the way. I saw, Christian over there at Ice Age Farmer pull up one that he grew.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I watch Ice Age's stuff every once in a while.
Yeah, I've had Kristen and David Devine show up my channel a couple times. This is just my new start channel here. I don't do any live streams, from phone, and my other channel is already saturated. And I'm never going to monetize that one. So
Yeah.
But-
I gotta run downstairs for a minute and check on my dinner in the oven. I will be back in just a minute.
okay, I'll sing Swanee River for you all then.
There you go.
I'm just kidding.
All right.
Run for the hills.
Well, I think it's time for Jesse James and Mike Hall to say something. Where are you going?
Yeah, I can't wait. Can you hear me okay? Drop?
Hear you fine.
Oh, good, good, good. I'm new to this community. I was wondering where everyone was from. Do you know?
Well, we're all veterans, and I know that
Really?
Wizard of Oz takes in veterans. I've actually given money for a bus ticket to get one there, to get to the community at the 80-acre farm. And that's for veterans that want to change their lives, that are down and out. And they actually just, they need some support from veterans, brotherhoods,
Really?
sisterhoods. Yeah, I'm not kidding.
That's a really noble cause.
Yeah, there's also my next door neighbor is a veteran, and he's talking about a veteran group out here in Washington State and the eastern part of it, Washington State, where they're doing stuff for vets too. So we got to up it up, brother, because I may have only been a reserve and spent maybe 1 month, 1 year and 2 months in service, but I've also been a vet, been out there, and a 1x2x3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I heard it can be real tough for veterans, or even if you don't even get into combat, for you to readjust to civilian life. I've heard it's real tough.
It's not really tough. I mean, I've been programming for years. I've been independent businessman for 20 years, self-employed as a programmer and stuff like that. And I also do gardening and prepping and stuff like that. So
There you go. Programming, I've heard it's
I've been
really
self-employed
high
for over 20 years.
well, that's smart. That's good.
And if I can encourage people to grow their own food, grow their own seeds, start their own homestead, I think that's the way to go right now. And a lot of millennials are going out of the city now because they're realizing all the crap they have to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can still be on the edge. You can still program. You still do your skills, whether you're an engineer or doctor or whatever. You can still do all that stuff out there. I spent several years out of college in engineering, research and development for the military industrial complex. So I know a few things.
Really? I have a great cousin, I believe you call it, who for the military he's an engineer. He created he helped create the drones that the military uses now. Uh, he was basically an engineer who created their drones. Real smart guy.
Yeah, well, drones are a different story. I mean, there's several different drones that the military has. Some are like their size of a 727 or 737. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They're big and they're slow. There's also some that fly high altitude and even higher than that. That's pretty classified when you start talking about stuff a little bit higher.
Oh yeah, undetectable.
So, what's your story, Jesse James?
My story. I recently. I'm now about 19 years old. Just recently got a new job. I'm an electrician full
Yeah,
time.
that's good job. You're starting out as an apprentice, right?
Apprentice. Yeah, I did start as an apprentice.
Okay, I've done some electrician work myself as far as industrial.
Yeah,
So,
it's high voltage electrician.
been there.
It's high in demand right now. So I'm trying to learn this trade as much as I can, and that's where my
But
story is so far.
which year in the apprenticeship you are? One a second.
Say again.
Because, apprenticeship takes a long time. You're going through the IBEW?
Uh, yeah, no.
International Brotherhoods of Electrical Workers, IBEW.
No, I don't think so.
You're doing residential then.
I'm not completely sure.
Because if you're doing commercial industrial, then you're doing IBEW union for the National Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. If you're not, then you're probably doing residential electrician, right? Or doing 30 college, correct?
Well, I mean, I'm recently. My father, he's about he's nearly 60 years old now.
Yes.
I'm working with him right now on industrial jobs. We're like
Okay.
Amazons and Costco stuff like that.
Okay. Well, answer me this question. When you talk about the color of the wires for the first and second and third part of 120, what wires do you use? What color are they?
I just started my job. I'm right now a complete assistant. I started really late.
Black, black, blue, black, red, and blue. That's your answer. Okay.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I'm an electrician. I know what I'm talking about. I know how to wire buildings and how to design them. Also, am engineer. I know how to do all that kind of crap too. Okay. You're just talking about, I worked with a lot of, when engineering went down a little bit, we went to the electricians for the IBW. And we actually, 1/4 of the people that worked there were actually engineers. I actually built a light studio for Sony over there in Seattle several decades ago.
Really?
Impressive. I've been working in the defense industry a long time before I quit 20 years ago, and I said I just do my own gig, and now I just do programming at home and do my own thing.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
But
yeah, well, I mean, that's basically all I got right now. As I just.
Well, I don't mean to pound on you because you're 19. You know what I'm saying? You're just learning things, and that's great. And that you're learning the electrical trade, that's great. That's one valuable thing you can count on.
Yes, sir.
But make a life goal plan to be debt free. Don't get into the debt cycle.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm pretty sure the company that I'm joining right now. I'm pretty sure they plan on. I'm pretty sure they offer payment for college expenses to learn the electrical trade.
Well, if you're going to electrical trade, you might want to look at the IBEW. They have an apprenticeship program, okay? Mm-hmm. And you can actually get paid training for free in an on-the-job work site work. And the IBEW is a good outfit. It's union, by the way.
Yeah,
It pays higher.
I'll check it out.
And yeah,
All right.
Michael dropped out.
Didn't get to hear anything about him. All right. Well, thank you.
There it goes.
when it comes to wiring the building, so you're doing high voltage right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Sanjay? Okay, what are you doing now?
Right now, I'm working in electrical room, helping out my father, learning the ropes.
Okay, what are you wiring up high voltage panels or what?
Well, right now, we recently got here. They just now paved the concrete for the. We're working on the wagons right now up in North Carolina.
Yep.
We're just bending pipe right now. We're not running wire just yet.
Yeah, I understand. The foundation, the plumber pipe fitters came in there and did their stuff, and then they piped in stuff to the building for the electrical, and then you're going to set up the, the outlets, and you're going to do the elevator and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, we have a bunch of we outsource for people who. Right now, we have our company, Rogers Electrician, and then we outsource for extra people who help around with the electricity. So, like, we'll have a bunch of outsourced guys going around working on the outlets and the walls, roughing in walls, and then we'll have the the main guys from our company working on like the electrical room. Then we'll have guys working on running the main pipes through the store. So I'm working with my father right now in the electrical room, bending pipe, just setting everything up, getting to switch gears and whatnot.
Yeah, well, pulling wire is pretty good too, by the way.
Oh yeah,
You'll learn a lot of stuff with that.
we're just not there just yet. I mean, we pulled a little bit of wire, but most of it's just been CAD welding and bending pipe for now.
Well, stick with it. It's a good trade. It's a valuable trade. You have to grease up the wire before you pull it. Remember? You done any of that?
No, we haven't gotten around to pulling wire yet. We're nearly
Yeah.
there though. We got to just get all the pipes in through yet.
Well, you put this nasty yellow grease on that and pull the wire through the, put a fish line there and pull the wire through. Unless you're pulling some fiber optic. Fiber optic is totally different.
No, we are not. We're just pulling straight up copper.
Right. And then you'll have to terminate it and learn what a ground and neutral is, and depending on what kind of panels you're gonna put it on. And then you got some rooftop units to wire up, right?
Oh yeah, we haven't gotten the roof yet, but I heard.
Oh yeah.
Hot when we get there.
And my little brother's a tenor. He runs a big outfit over there in the UK. He started over here in the U.S., over here in Washington State, actually over in Utah. He moved to Washington State, moved over to the UK, and became a citizen. He runs a big little shop over there in the UK for that kind of work.
Gotcha.
And it's not like I haven't done it myself, because when jobs are lean in engineering, you do electrical work.
Really? So you're saying you're an engineer?
That's what I am. Yeah.
And they have you doing electrical work?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I went to college for electrical engineering.
Okay.
And when they pay more for a different field, you move to the field that it is. You don't stay on something where they're going to pay you $50,000 a year when they're going to pay you $70,000 a year.
Gotcha.
I've done both.
It's good to know that knowledge is power.
Well, when they laid off and I was working over there for a car company, Japanese car company, I'm not going to mention them, but Honda America, when they laid off over there, they said, "You want to retrain?" I said, "Yeah, hell yeah." You know what I did?
What'd you do?
Instead of making $50,000 a year, when back then when I was making that much, I went and I hauled steel for $80,000, $90,000 a year on a flatbed truck.
Really?
Not kidding. I hauled steel coils, and I made $2,700 to $3,000 a week or less. Well, actually, within 2.5 days,
Wow.
hauling steel.
Wow. Well, that's basically me for now. I plan on learning the trade, getting it under my belt, and maybe moving out to probably Oregon, Colorado. Just kind of enjoying
Well,
my life.
Colorado's pretty saturated right now, and I've got a friend that wants to get out, and you want to rent his house, I can actually hook you up on that one because it'll be $2,300 a month.
Oh, really? That's not that bad. But I'm not ready to rent a house just yet. Still trying to
Well,
figure my stuff out down here. 'Cause I
you
heard,
ought to look at buying a piece of property,
oh
putting up
yeah,
a homestead instead.
yes sir. I've been looking at I heard expenses and whatnot up in Oregon and Denver, Colorado, or anywhere up there really is towards the west is pretty expensive. So I'm just trying
Well,
to figure out everything down here first.
I pay about $23, $24 for a 50-pound feed bag of chicken feed. Okay, which I really need to lock chickens up in the next 30 minutes. But over there in Indiana, talking to Sister Renee, I don't know what you know about her, but her and Tim, they pay like $8.99 for a bag of 50 pounds worth of laying hen
Mm,
pellet feed.
that's-
You need to consider where you're going to live at, what you're going to make, how much it's going to cost you. You need to think about that and quality of life.
seriously. If it ain't worth living, it ain't worth moving.
Well, I only moved up here to take care of my parents.
Ah, no.
I would have rather stayed down in Georgia, because
I'm
that's what I am.
born and raised. Yeah, my brother moved out there to Oregon recently, a couple of years ago. He said it's pretty good up there, but expensive. So figured I'd give it a chance.
Yeah, food's going to cost you a hell of a lot more and everything else. You need to be able to buy and sell and raise your own food. And I went down to the city hall over here, very small city, less than 500 people,
No,
and I asked them about donating some of my garden products to the local food bank.
mhm.
It goes directly to people here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good.
And they gave me a bunch of numbers to give a call to the gal that is the food bank around here, and she was ecstatic when I called her. And so I got this and this and that, and I'm gonna have this and this and that, in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And I raised this bigger garden because, first of all, I do it for a YouTube channel. For one thing, I'm an internet freelancer, is what I actually term myself as the IRS. Okay, so all the programming, all the stuff I do in the YouTube channels, social crap like that, if I give somebody $50, that's called promotions. Okay. If I actually, use this equipment and use it in my videos, that's called, depreciation. Okay.
Gotcha.
So my whole life last 20 years has been about business, and the business doesn't have to make money, it just has to break even. You know what I'm saying?
Uh huh.
So I can buy all the stuff, enjoy all the stuff, and then I have to actually, distribute this stuff. So I'll be giving to the food bank right here in this local city of people less than 500. People that most 7% of the people here are on the poverty level. Okay, and I could sit around and just program all day and make my $89,000 a year. Okay. I can make more if I went to the big city. If I went to Seattle, they pay me about 175, 150, no doubt.
Gee.
But I got a simple life here, easy, debt-free, and everything else. And as long as I'm doing what I'm doing, and I give stuff as a business, to the local food banks and stuff like that, which I enjoy doing. Home fresh, non-GMO, heirloom veggies and stuff like that, this year. That's enjoy to me because people are going to eat good.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for an easy, happy life.
Well, it's never an easy, happy life. You have to make your life for you.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can, Mike.
Oh, sorry, I was having some network issues.
It's Mikhail, right?
Mikhail?
No, it's just Michael. I know it's spelled a little differently, but
Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, hard work pays off in certain ways.
Well, yeah, if you want to buy land and stuff like that, there's several ways to do it too without a bank. Okay.
Really.
Yeah, there's owner financing type of land too you can get into. You have to be very careful about it. You could buy several acres and do a homestead. I'm mostly concentrating on homestead stuff nowadays. And I originally bought this place is an investment property, but it could be a homestead.
Well, I'm gonna go get myself another drink. I'll be right back.
Okay.
One thing that Wizard's doing is he takes in vets. He has a nice little 80-acre ranch, right, Canoes?
Yep.
Homestead, and it's for vets, and it's mostly for vets that need, some breather time and to grow and to do their thing, it's I've actually donated money to put people on the bus to get them there, which is true. You know that, right, Canoes?
Yeah.
And it's a worthy effort because a lot of vets, when they come back, they have issues, dealing with the real world, because the real world is not the real world, honestly.
Yeah.
It's a reality. And
It's
unreality.
definitely an awakening for a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, these guys go over there and do their shit for the country, and then they come back and they get spit on, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's bullshit because, and I think Wizard does a good job of helping people out. He's doing a good community and a righteous community, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying, Wizard? Canoes?
Yep. He's
Yeah.
got an honorable vision for what he wants to create. And
Yeah,
I get a lot of credit for that.
It's a community for people that actually are like-minded, but also, uninhibited by the constraints of the cabal.
Oh yeah, it's off grid. That's the whole point.
Uh-huh.
And he's got the means to do it. So more power to him.
Yeah, and it's a good noble thing. I talked to my neighbor about that. He's ex-army, and he's talking about some organization or whatever, and I listened to that, and it's like, well, it doesn't sound like they have a good idea about any things, but if you know any veterans that need their way home, I can give them a little pointer and a bus ticket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As long as Wizard says okay,
Oh yeah.
And I think that's the most important point, because a lot of people don't realize, have no idea what it's like to live out in the woods for like 2 or 3 days or even a week with nothing but what's on their back.
Yep. That used to be my summer job.
Well, they don't. They couldn't survive a week out in the wilderness.
Yep.
You know that. I buy all the stuff, survival gear and the bug out bag and all the stuff for my daughter. And she's like, what the hell is this for? I said, put it in your room. Shut up. And then I taught her martial arts and I'm going to take her out with the bow over here in the backyard here a while back now and teach her this summer before it gets too cold, how to use the bow, how to load and all that stuff. Legally, I can't. She has to be 19 until she can actually touch a gun around here in this state.
No shit.
No kidding. I'm thinking about driving her over to Idaho, but unfortunately,
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah,
An 18-year-old can't handle a firearm in the state of Washington?
yeah. Basically, we have to be 19.
That's fucked up.
It
That's
is
real
fucked up. But I'm here for my parents. You know that, dude.
Yeah, I hear you, but man, that's an infringement of your Second Amendment rights.
Oh, no.
Holy shit! I did not know that.
I learned how to use a gun when I was 7.
Well, I'm sure it wasn't law the entire time that Washington's been a state, because they're all fucking liberal now. They used to be more of a right-sided state.
I lived in Montana when I was 7. Different story. But they're putting more restrictions and regulations on everybody, and that's another point that's coming up too. By the way, you can't go here unless you do this. If I leave the state of Washington, if I want to come back, it's 14-day quarantine.
Yep.
Yep.
Aaron's talking about having some people come out to his place, and everybody who wants to go, they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll go," but then we have to quarantine for 14 days.
When
it would be nice, but I don't see it happening.
Well, Canoes, I dug some deep holes in the back of my yard for contact tracers. I mean, stand my ground is still stand my ground in this state right now is still stand your ground. Okay, you're threatening your life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Boom, those guys are gone, man. I'm not kidding around. If Inslee wants to bring his little clones around here, they're gonna get buried in the backyard. I'm sorry.
Well, you're in the redoubt. That's what we call it out here. That part of the country, the last redoubt.
Yeah, I'll go engine on them. You have no idea. I'm not worried about this state. In fact, I would worry more about their chances of being controlled by China by November. Just like, California's like, just like a, ceremony like handover.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I fully expect everything to happen that way and fold that way. So
I know there's good people in California, but fuck that state. It could just fall in the ocean for all I care.
Well, yeah, but it's just
there are good people there.
A lot.
I'm really sad that the state of Jefferson movement never really picked up any steam.
You ever watched the show called Free State of Jones?
I've heard of it, but I've never watched it.
That's the way I'm going to be. You watch it. It's an excellent movie. I mean, the actor may be a piece of crap, but Free State of Jones, the Free State of Jones. This is what's going to go down.
Who is in it? Who is the actor?
Was
it Matthew McConaughey?
I think it is. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it sounded familiar.
Yeah, watch that show. That's actually a great show to watch because it'll show you Free State of Jones.
Free State of Jones? Yeah,
yeah, Michelle.
I watched it. I haven't seen
it.
I
think I told you to watch it like 2 or 3 months ago or something like that.
Yeah, with the kids, I think you said.
Yeah. Because you're going to see how local power can take over regional power. And we're going to see a lot of these West Coast and East Coast states, as far as what their realm of power in those cities are going to go, they're going to starve to death,
I can watch it for free still. Cool.
Yeah. Are you familiar with the YouTuber by the name of John Burke?
No.
Okay. He does a lot of predictive scenarios about where we're heading. And he's kind of the mind that the U.S. is going to become balkanized, and it'll turn into, a collection of mainstream, flyover country with little pockets of independent Democrat-controlled states, basically around all the big lib cities on both coasts.
He's actually right on some parts of that, and I do know they're going to become Chinese-controlled, and I already know this stuff because I already said that like in my videos like a year and a half ago. I even predicted most of the stuff that's coming, this year. So in my other channel, I don't shy away from my premonitions and my whatever you want to call them. But I do know what's going to happen. Yes. And so it's not a mystery to me.
Yeah.
It really isn't. I know what's coming.
Hello, Don Bear. Welcome, buddy. How you doing tonight? And Drain the Swamp. How you doing, Bo?
Hey, Drain. Don, how you doing? Yeah, they're pretty good guys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm interested in seeing who Michael H is, man. Very new with me.
What's come down this country in the next 6 months is going to be real eye-opening to people, and it may be deadly to them. So they need to understand what's coming. We're looking at hard lockdown within 1 to 2 weeks, guaranteed. And then I want to tell you to look at the moon around September 9th. Okay. Why would I tell you that?
I don't know. Tell me.
Look at the moon and look at the fire in the sky after that happens. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you what's coming. I know. This life here is a stepstone.
Well, you're not the only one that's concerned about that, general time frame. There's some other people in our group that have had some indicators of a cerebral, telling.
What do you mean
Oh,
by
yeah.
that? What
I
do you
know.
mean?
Well, Lady Liberty, Michelle, correct?
Uh-huh.
She kind of had a vision for right around that time frame of some real serious shit going on. And it makes sense, the timing.
Yeah, it does.
Troll doll pulled off the store shelves after it promotes child abuse. A troll doll. Wow.
So,
Yeah. Throw dolls. Disgusting.
Huh.
So, Miguel, what state are you from?
New York.
Miguel, Michael H. What state are you from?
I don't know if he's there.
Hello. Yeah, I don't know if he's there or not.
I'm in Ohio.
Gotcha. I'm from
And I'm
Georgia.
Washington State.
Oh, hey, we got Colonel Shaw in the chat. What's up, dude?
Hey, Colonel.
How's your
Shaw. Good to see
vacation
you.
doing? He
Haven't seen
posted
you
a
in
video
while.
on YouTube the other day. Yeah, he's over in the Canary Islands in the Atlantic off the Portuguese coast. And he was up on
Hello?
some volcano. Looked cool as hell.
Oh, he's back. So
Yeah,
the question
Michael,
was, what state are you from?
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my mic right now. All right, what's up?
what state you in, Michael?
Oh, Georgia. Way down here.
Oh, really? Fellow Georgia.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Small world.
Which part? Southern or northern?
Right above Atlanta. Just north of Atlanta in Marietta, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that area
Yeah.
well.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I do because I've lived there 20 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wife was
Wow.
from.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So what's happening in Atlanta right now, Michael?
And he's gone.
He drops off.
I think he's mobile. Did he say he's on
I
his
think he's
bike?
having trouble with his computer or something.
Oh, okay. I thought he said he
I
was
don't
on
know.
a
I haven't. Just keeps dropping
Well,
out.
the internet's been spotty lately here for the last 2 or 3
I've
weeks.
had all kinds of connection issues for the last 3 days. I'm surprised I'm able to get on tonight.
Well, there's actually been a sunspot, all that crap. Well, not sunspot, but cosmic ray coming by. It caused problems. Different story. There's going to be a lot of that stuff happening in the sky. Look at the moon September 9th, and then you'll start seeing fire in the sky. Then you'll be scared. Hell. But there's an asteroid about to come by. You won't know.
Well, okay, you want to hear about something interesting, fire in the sky? I saw something yesterday. It was out at what's the name of that? Vandenberg Air Force Base in California, where they test Minuteman missiles and shit. They're testing the feasibility of launching an actual Minuteman ICBM, not from the ground, but from the air.
Okay.
Finally, hello.
Welcome back.
He's back.
Thank you. Yeah, this shit keeps crashing on me. I don't know what's going on.
So they want to do an ICBM from the air, right?
Yeah, they're going to take a modified Minuteman missile and launch it from a plane.
Yeah, that's pretty much standard. I mean, what they can do, rot of God, there's something worse than that anyway. You know that for a fact.
Oh, yeah. Reagan's SDI, Strategic Defense Initiative, the Star Wars program, that never ended.
It never ended because I remember when I was a kid and I watched it on TV when he announced it on live TV, and 15 minutes later, 30 minutes later, they actually said, "Oh, they quoted the whole story." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I seen it in live action where they quoted the whole story on live TV. He did that back when he was president, and I know you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And his, creation of Space Force, in my opinion, basically it's just
was already there.
To offer a cover front for stuff that's already been out, and they're going to, start introducing in the next couple of years to give it some,
They called it Star Wars back then when Reagan was around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was no secret because Reagan sat there and blabbed on TV when he's going through his dementia. Jesus Christ, Remember that?
Well, the dementia could have been real. It could have been him just pretending to have dementia.
I'm in my mid-50s. I saw it live on TV.
Yeah. I was a little kid. I saw it too, but, I was young.
I wasn't that young. But I saw it live on TV when Reagan said, "Oh yeah, we can track 100 missiles per second, blah blah blah," and we got this whole defense thing across the entire mountain range that I won't name, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Shoot them all down. We already had the defense system back then.
Yeah, I'd say. Okay, I grew up at the end of the Cold War, and I've always been intrigued by it. I, read a lot about it. And if you ask me, if you compare the time frame that a lot of our, top tier technology was being developed, like the stealth program and other shit like that, that was all envisioned and started working on in the late 60s, early 70s. There had to have been parallel programs going on that were just as successful and were never publicly disclosed. And we're going to start seeing them pretty soon under the guise of Space Force.
Yeah, we got space cruisers up there right now. Jesus Christ.
It's going to be like Stargate. You're going to find out that we have, a big battle cruiser, hanging out around on the dark side of the moon.
We got several space
It
cruisers.
wouldn't
You have no idea.
surprise me.
But that's not going to be the biggest plan, because the biggest plan is what the elite want to do to this planet. This is
Oh,
a
yeah.
farming plantation planet. Get it? You get it?
I get it.
Well, I'm not going to explain that to the general public right now. You get it.
Nice meeting you. Is it Michael? Michael?
Michael.
We can't hear you, Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle, turn your mic up. It's kind of low.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
I said it was nice meeting you, Mikkel. Is that how I pronounce it, Mikkel?
Just Michael. It was nice to meet you too.
Michael?
Jesse,
Yep.
nice to meet you. Drop. Thank you
Nice to meet
for
you.
talking to me today, tonight or this evening. Brings me a little more comfort, But you and I know that when people say it gets easier, it actually doesn't. It seems like it's just getting harder,
I understand.
It doesn't get easier. I mean, I still mourn my wife after almost 4 years. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I do.
And everybody in the chat, Carpenter Patriot and Buffalo, Marion, Dallas, love you guys, Don Bear. I'll see you guys soon, okay?
All right, Michelle. Good night.
My sister's
Yep.
visiting, so I might not be on tomorrow night, but I might. I don't know, depending, okay? See you guys.
See you.
You have a good night.
Bye.
Yeah, prayers to Michelle. And
It really doesn't get easier. I mean, I've been there, and even today, I'm still there. I miss my wife a lot. So
well, talk amongst yourselves for a moment, folks. I'm going to go pull my dinner out of the oven. I'll be right back.
All right. So, Michael H.,
hey, Jesse James, can you actually enhance your mic so people can hear you?
I'm trying to fix that right now.
Have a love affair with your mic. Just kiss it.
I could try.
That's better. So, have either one of you actually grown any food yourselves for your entire life?
What do you mean, like going to farm?
Have you grown food just for yourself, just for like a garden?
Well, I mean, I've grown eggplants, peppers, corn, sunflower seeds, stuff like that.
But yeah, it's not like corn or anything. It's just kind of like tomatoes in the backyard garden, that kind of thing.
I don't know about him, but I've grown a lot of stuff, but just not like on a full scale, like.
Have you grown enough food to survive for a year?
Oh, definitely not.
Say again?
Have you grown enough food to survive for a year?
For a year? I can't say I have. I mean.
Okay, well, you might want to think about that, because things have come down hard.
Oh yeah.
I'm not kidding with you, and I'm not playing with you. Either one of you guys, they are going to come down hard.
I mean, how old is Michael?
I just turned 20.
Well, I'm 55, and I can still pick both of you up with both arms. Okay,
Oh,
so I'm pretty mean old man.
hey, I'll listen to you. Wise.
Yep.
You better get some seeds, and you better learn how to grow food and plan. And you need to plant now, even if it's time to go through the cycle, because you need to learn how to grow food so you can have food for the next year. Do you know what's going to happen next year? Do you all know?
No clue.
Well, there ain't going to be no food. You're going to have to grow your own. You got any seeds?
Mm.
You got any seeds to grow food? Do you know what grows in your area? How you can grow it? Do you know?
For the most part.
Well, you better get the most part all of them seeds that you know that can grow your food to stable yourself for next year. Do you have food stored up?
No, I do not.
Oh, you better get yourself some food stored up. You need to get your beans, your peas, and their corn, and everything else stored up in cans, and then start getting yourself some seeds right now, because you're going to be in a big pickle if you don't have no food to eat.
Yeah.
There ain't going to be no party next year. The next 6 months are going to be horrible. I'm telling you right now.
What's gonna happen next year? Do you think?
Do I think you want to know? We're going to be at a civil war. We're going to be at a war, within a war, and there ain't going to be no food for you. You live in the cities, you need to get the hell out of there. Get in the country.
Yeah. Thank God I live in the country.
Oh, thank
Yep.
God. But you get yourself some seeds. Now, go over there, Tree Market, and get yourself some real seeds to grow some real food that you're going to eat. Okay?
Yeah. Needs more than eggplants this year.
Well, I'm growing some eggplants too, but,
What
they're,
would you suggest? Like potatoes or corn? I mean, I got corn.
well,
Uh,
staples.
eggplant.
Staples. Did they grow in your area? Do you know what you're going to grow? You see, you haven't grown anything you know of right now, right? You have to know what grows in your area so you can produce the food you need.
Mm,
I'm growing some stuff like potatoes and sassafras, which nobody heard about. That's been grown for centuries in Europe for a stable food crop. It's like a root tubular, like potatoes. Okay,
gotcha.
y'all need to get yourself growing heirloom seeds. You can produce seeds year after year.
Mhm.
Now, Macau or Macau, whatever.
It's just Michael.
Michael. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
that spell's kind of weird.
Italian, French, and Spanish type of thing. But you need to get yourself some seeds to grow you some stuff. Are you in an
Mhm.
apartment? Where are you at? Now you're in the country apartment?
Just it's a suburban area. It's the neighborhood. Yeah, it's not a very big backyard, so
Yeah. Well, you can grow a lot of food in a little small backyard.
Yeah.
Are you? Do you got any seeds?
No.
You're gonna starve, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, you can scraggle them at my front door. I'll either feed you or I'll shoot you. You got two choices. Which one you want? Which one you want? You got water source. You got it's all good there. You ever tried planting anything?
No, I actually haven't. Never
Well,
really.
Now you can try July vegetables like or even vegetables. What part of the country are you in? You don't have to say the whole damn city.
It's like North Georgia.
Okay, you're good. Okay,
Yeah.
so radishes. You can plant some corn, still grow.
Okay.
Tomatoes, still plant tomatoes, grow them. You can even get starts with that.
hmm
You know, your basic Three Sisters. You know, you ever heard what that is? The Three Sisters. You know what that
The
is?
what? Sorry. Three Sisters. No, I don't.
Corns, beans, and squash.
There you go. I love
No,
squash.
okay.
Okay, so
Let me
now
some beans.
zucchini you can grow, and if you grow it, it's better than cucumbers. Okay?
Oh.
And
Mhm.
squash.
Oh.
It's canoes, dude.
Potatoes,
There you
and
go.
some carrots and some onions and some parsnips.
Yeah, I got tons of parsnips seeds, by the way, canoes.
I love parsnips.
I got a gallon and a half bag of parsnip seeds.
Cool.
You might want to get some. I'm going to do a giveaway on those probably at the end of the year. I got so many I don't need them. In fact, they're going to infest the ground. They grow like 7 feet tall. You let them go for 2 years. But y'all need to get some. You need to figure out what you can grow in your area because that's where you're gonna eat. Okay.
Yeah, the problem with my area is just a bunch of Georgia clay. Keeps in the water, but not a lot of nutrients.
Well, radishes break up the soil, and that's actually and legumes actually break up the soil. Okay. So you can grow radishes pretty easily in that clay because they will break it up and put nitrates in it and stuff like that, and that's actually a good plant to plant. And they grow 4 to 5 weeks.
I've never even tried radishes before.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Gotcha. I'll give that a shot.
You can put some field cover peas in there, like chickpeas and red hulls, stuff like that, purple hulls, and stuff like that in there,
I got
and that
peas.
grow like crazy. You feed your animals and you feed yourself also.
I've gotten peas, asparagus, eggplants, and a couple peppers and tomatoes to grow, but both at different rates. Not great.
Okay, well, if you need to break up your soil, you put some wood chips up there.
Yeah,
Now,
I need to get some better. So I need to lay it in. I need to mix it in with some better soil because mine's just all red clay. Holds in water
yeah,
well.
yeah. You
Nutrients
go
not
over to
so.
my Drop Sand the Garden. That's one of my channels right there. That's my garden channel. And you
Oh, yeah?
start putting down cardboard and you put down wood chips, not the pine chips, but the garden chips. You'll start to grow worms and everything else. You can have fertile ground within a year.
Yeah, I remember growing a farm, not a farm recently, but like a little garden. It's just red hot out there. Might as well have been the savannah.
Huh?
Just all that clay just bringing in the heat. Not even
Well,
peppermint.
if you're in Savannah, I know that sassafras is a great crop to grow. It's a good tuber, and it grows really good in Savannah.
Well,
You
I'm
can
not
eat them.
from Savannah. I'm just saying it was like it might as well been the Savannah from how hot it was.
Yeah, but I'm saying that how's Savannah? I've been to Savannah, Georgia, many times. Okay? And I know that sassafras is a good crop to grow in that type of soil. Okay?
Sassafras. I've never heard of sassafras.
Yeah, they used to grow it like hundreds of years ago
How do
over in
you?
Europe. It doesn't care about the nutrients. It doesn't care about it can grow in poor soil, and it just grows like crazy. It's like a tubular, like a root, and grows really good over there in that kind of
Gotcha.
area.
How do you spell it? Sassafras.
Sassafras. I'll find it real quick for you, and I'll put it over there in the private chat, or maybe I'll put it in mainstream. You want to put it in mainstream canoes?
I don't care.
I
You're
just
talking
wonder.
salsify, the oyster plant?
Yeah. It's a root vegetable that was used for hundreds of years in Europe.
It's known for tasting like oysters, from what I hear. I've never tried it.
Yeah, the black
It's
variety,
spelled
the white variety is not the same.
Salsify, I think.
Yeah.
What was it spelled again?
Well, we're going to put a link in there for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Salsify.
Yeah, and the black one is actually good for that one that just tastes like oysters, I think, and the white one doesn't, but it's more like a parsnip. Yeah, I'll reference something over here. I can't actually put it in chat because I'm not a mod. I don't know why I'm not a mod, but whatever. I'll put it in a private chat.
All right.
And let me put it in the search, and then I'll put it in the private chat for you. And this stuff, it actually is used. It's not the actual dark one; it's the white one, but it's the same thing. And this stuff can be used, as tubulars, like Jerusalem artichokes or sunchokes, stuff like that. And people would never know it's food. And I'll put it in private chat for you. This stuff is really good because you can grow like Jerusalem artichokes, and nobody would know what it is in the ground when they come by to raid your farm, raid your house, whatever. You can just laugh and say, "Oh, he took up my food, but I still got something to eat." Right?
There we go.
So there it is. And do you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. It's like sunchokes. Sunchokes are like Jerusalem artichokes, and there's different varieties. Some have look like flowers and stuff. People would never know if you got a variety of sunchokes. They'll never know that they're root vegetables too, or like same deal.
Gotcha. Yeah,
You know,
I wouldn't. If I was in someone's garden, I wouldn't steal that. No, not at all.
yeah, but you can dig them up anytime in the winter time and eat them.
Oh
We're
yeah.
back.
So what time of the year do they grow?
You there, Drop? He disappeared.
Ugh. Damn cat.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. It was a great talk with you guys.
All right, nice
But,
meeting you, man.
Nice
Gotta hit the
meeting
hay,
you.
man.
Most
Yeah,
nice.
definitely.
Yeah, just
See you later.
subscribe to the channel, and we're here
Yeah, man.
most everything.
Oh yeah,
Take care.
definitely. Thank you. You too.
All right.
Yeah,
thanks,
I'm back.
Jimmy Bean. Today was nice. I kind of caught up on some sleep, enjoyed the cool weather, and yeah, that was about it.
Yeah, Jimmy Bean's cool, man. Yeah. Did he find his kids?
I don't think he has custody of them physically yet. I think he knows where they are.
Generally, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a hard situation on that one.
Oh, for sure.
All right. Well, I got work in the morning.
All right, dude.
Yeah.
I'll see y'all later. It's been good talking to you. Good advice.
All right,
Appreciate it
just
a lot.
James. Hey, just pick up some seeds and try to grow something this year before it's too late. Right?
Oh yeah, I'll tune in with you again to figure out
Try some radishes, man.
radishes. Yeah.
Yeah, put some onions in, and they grow next year. Garlic, plant them now, and next year they come up. Okay,
Mm-hmm. All right, man.
that's what you got. There's certain things that take 1 to 2 years to plant and grow.
Yeah. When I get back into town, I'll be sure to buy all
Garlic
this
is
stuff.
one of them.
Yeah, I couldn't live without garlic.
Well, garlic is something you plant in August, so get planting that, and then next year you'll have some garlic to harvest.
All right. All right. Well, I'll see y'all tomorrow or
All
later.
right. Take care, dude.
You too.
Canoes, there's
having
Sorry.
2 newbies come in, and they were both cool people. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, the channel's growing and maybe people wake up. It's pretty hard for people to actually, oh, I don't know how to grow food, and yeah, Jimmy Bean wants to come up.
Yep, I just posted a link.
Yeah, it's hard for people to learn how to grow food, and it's great that people know how to blow up stuff. But I was that businessman a long time ago. You know how it goes. You just have to be different nowadays. Yeah, it's gonna be cold winter, Jimmy Bean. Trust me. It's gonna be cold in some parts of the world where they have no idea. If you have a tilt that's gonna go 4 degrees, and Alaska's going towards the pole, yeah, it's gonna be really cold.
Yeah, we're looking at the pole shift. Gentlemen, it's a pleasure to see you.
Hey,
Drop.
Jimmy Bean, how you doing, brother?
Hey, man. You got to appreciate a 13-year-old girl that can drive her daddy on his own 4x4 four-wheeler. It's 500. It's pretty decent size. All the way up the mountain to a mountain campfire. Yeah, everybody walks around the mountain at beginning season when they're cleaning up, when the rain first starts coming down, like we're in rainy season right now. And all the brush that they chop down and stuff so that they could plant all their beans and corn and stuff like that, the grains, they all bring it on these horse-drawn carts, one plateau, and they make this huge fire. They make it kind of long, right? It's not just one big bundle. It's real long, and they all bring food this one night, and we got invited out there. It's kind of like a tribal thing, and they do a lot of music and dancing and stuff, a little bit of alcohol, a lot of weed, dude. I mean, they grow weed all over the place here, bro. It's crazy. Just walking down the street, you wind up high. Damn, how did that happen? Yeah, she drove me all the way up there, man. That little girl can handle. She can handle. She. I was teaching her to drive on the Land Cruiser Jeep and the F-250, and she's good.
Yeah, I remember when I was 16 and this girl was 12, and we knew the family from church and stuff like that, and she couldn't hike up the mountain when we went on a little church expedition. I just put her on my back and carried her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And later on, I met her like back about a decade later, and and I met her at the same place I was working at, and gave her some flowers and stuff like that, and asked her out and stuff like that. And she said, "Well, I kind of hook up with this other guy." The guy ended up being a piece of shit. I was like, "Well, you made the wrong choice, girl." You know, and we're talking about, you know, later on, you know, mid-20s and stuff like that. You know.
You make your bed, you gotta lay in it, buy the ticket, you can take the ride, all that good saying stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But it's
How's
kind
the
of
kid
funny.
hunt going, everybody?
Well, my daughter's staying at the lawyer's house, and the lawyer and her family take care of like 4 orphans. They're all girls, so I mean, they have a blast, dude. It's like party town over there. You know, girls kind of thing. Dude, I'm not sure if she's gonna when her brothers and sisters get here. I'm not sure she's gonna want to be here. She's gonna want to be over there. Yeah, I got this lady that comes by. Her name is Mary Dolores, but they everybody calls her Lolita, right? And
Right.
she comes over, washes my clothes a couple of times a week, cleans the house up, washes the dishes, leaves me some food and whatnot. You know, I give her like $25 a week. And economy down here, okay, $1 is worth 20, almost 26 Imperial, and that's the exchange rate. So that would be 500 Imperial, but the grains and everything are grown here, so there's no importation or anything like that on most of the products. So you have a pretty cheap society.
What are you going to
Um,
do when you get all the kids together?
I'll get to that here in a second. My daughter saw that she was writing me on the phone. She called her, cussed her out, and told her, "That's my daddy. Nobody talks to my daddy like that." Da, 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 da. And then she fussed me out. She knows better than cuss her daddy, right? And she said, "No." She put her hands on her hip and said, "I'm coming over there. I'm gonna wash your clothes and clean the house. You don't worry about nothing." That's my girl. Yep.
Yeah, so when you get all the kids together, I'm interested in that one. You know,
Okay, now I'm almost done paying for like 5 manzanas, which is right around 11 and almost 12 acres. And it's up above the city, up on the hills, beautiful view, especially at night. You see both of the valley cities. It's beautiful. Um, the house is going to be set up in such a way that females on one side and the girls on one side and boys on the other. And the master bedroom will have a door in the middle of it. Will be 2 master bedrooms, and there is this government has a very special program. Me being spec ops and in the government, they literally assign me the social security system here is clinics. They don't just throw money at you. They're actual doctors, nurses, caretakers, therapists, and stuff like that. And every time I get sick, they assign me a crew of 5 women to take care of me. And they'll give me how do you say it, a live-in babysitter or caretaker to help take care of the kids. Surrogate wife, maybe you might want to think of it like that, but without privileges, because until one of my daughters says that, yeah, daddy, we like this one. It's kind of a standard of mine. I'm gonna turn these
so
beans.
you're gonna get a nanny.
Okay, yeah, that's a very good way to put it. Yeah, a nanny.
Well,
Okay.
that's great. That's great. So you're gonna get all the kids together and you'll be fine, right?
Yeah, my heart problem will go away, and I got this very, how do you say it? My whole family's like that. We got a lot of passion, you know. Put everything in it. You get an idea, and it's done pretty much. The type of passion that we have. But my
Yeah,
kids
my
are the
first.
same way.
Yeah, I would say something, but I'm not going to. The so you're gonna get your kids back and all this stuff, right?
Yeah, well, the dream was that both of my girls were by my side and we go cavern And I'm looking across to the other side, and there's my two boys.
Why am I seeing two baby mamas?
With all right, okay, hold on a second. And across the pass over there, there's a woman. I couldn't really distinguish whether it was the mother of my children or a different woman, but my two boys were over there. And then all of a sudden, there was like a huge earthquake. It was like one of the when the earth opens up in an earthquake, but the earth was closing back up, and that's when I woke up. So I'm not sure exactly. Literally in a dream, if you're in an earthquake, guys, in the dream, you literally feel like the ground shaking all crazy and stuff. So that kind of alarmed me. It woke me up. But I don't know if the angels
I
help
saw two baby mamas.
two baby mamas. Now, my first wife, Melanie, that's who I had my first son with. And he's actually just yesterday. When did you see this? Yesterday, he
Just
started.
now when I'm looking at you, I'm sorry I'm like that.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Um, okay,
I
well,
think I think you have two different women with different children. So that's what I'm saying.
Huh.
You have two baby mamas.
Well, my first wife and this one here. Now, she has a daughter from a previous marriage. That's why I'm saying it might be like, how some things are, they're actually backwards in what you see them.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah, I understand.
It might be a reflection type deal. Huh.
Like I was telling Michelle, I don't see things every clearly. You know what I'm saying?
No, I understand. I
I'm not
understand.
even a trained RV guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now, even in your dreams, sometimes, or like when angel's talking to you in your dreams, you can have a word that's spelled backwards or see numbers backwards, something like that. It might stand out in your dream.
It just comes to me real quick. I mean, I saw green and blue,
Flash.
green and red today, and Michelle's kid was wearing a red helmet.
Okay, was it distinguished whether the babies were men?
No, I'm just saying that I just see these things real quick.
Right. Kind of like when I'm in combat.
Well,
That's
yeah,
literally,
you know what it's like. You get shot
yeah,
at. You live life like
yeah, you
wow.
accelerate.
You
Yeah,
accelerate, but you also go back and rewind it.
right, right, right.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
hard.
we kind of have a, yeah,
It's hard
uh,
to explain.
it really is. But I could tell, like, there's a whole battalion. There's only a squad here of soldiers, and there's a whole battalion on the other side of a mountain ridge. I could tell them exactly where they're going to be coming, how many there's going to be. And it just comes to me like boom, just like that. And I'm in the Oracle program, Spec Ops, and I thank God, man. I
It works
really do.
both ways. It goes back and forth. You recount that after and before, and you say this is going to happen. You have to do this, and then you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, to prevent certain things from happening. I don't know if it's like a leaf or something, or maybe an angel just like touches you or something. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's such a broad spectrum of possibilities. I've never
I
really been
call it
able.
a bad movie, Jim Bean. It just
It's kind
happens
of
all the time.
it is. It's kind of a curse, man. When you meet people and you see them, and all of a sudden, you know,
You already know them.
yeah. And I mean, people are people. We all do jacked up stuff sometimes, but some of the things you see about certain people is just it's surprising.
Yeah, I know.
You know, the hardest thing in this world is to stay as pure as possible. That really is. And like Jesus said, the tobacco, folks, alcohol and tobacco is not what makes you drunk. It's power, lies, doing things in secret, and just dominating other people. That's the drunkenness. People get addicted to that. It's worse than heroin. Uh,
That's
two
true.
babies,
That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah,
Very
because
true.
people cheat, lie, steal. They even kill to cover up secrets and stuff, doing things in secret, using excuses, blaming other people. Come on. Then next thing you know, they're serving them demons. Just yeah,
Well, that's what they are, demons.
yeah. Two babies, mama. No, no, I'm trying to focus in on that and see because you were right last time. You were right, man. Absolutely right. Yeah, I found out there was two guys actually trying to kill me. Now you're well, I wrote it down right here. Quilles. Remember that
Uh,
one?
I know I'm right about a lot of things. I just don't see them all the time. You
Yeah.
know,
No,
some
I'm the
nights have a
same
good
way.
night. This night I'm not having a good night at all.
Oh man, really? Well,
Yeah,
clean the plate, clean the table off, man. You got
it
things on.
goes off and it goes on.
Yeah, you got things on your mind. That's what it is.
Well, I got two parents in hospice. They're dying. Yeah, not good.
Oh, I
So,
got it. Okay. Well, God bless.
Yeah.
I know the stress, dude. Ah, what do
Actually, I'm more relieved that they'll be gone before all this shit goes down the next 6 months, because this
Yeah,
next 6 months are going to be fucking crap from hell. You know that.
yeah.
You know what's going on.
Yep.
Don't need to
I
explain
just
it to
hope
you. I,
I'm on this huge plateau over here, and I hope all my children get here before the earthquakes. Now the
oh yeah,
meteor.
yeah, like the Revelations 8. Okay, and read
Yeah,
that real quick.
you're gonna see. Oh my God.
Fire in the sky.
Yep.
Start
That's
looking at the moon on September 9th. I'm telling you, I'm not playing jokes with anybody. It's
right.
Revelations 8. I'm telling you right now.
Did you notice that
Revelation
the
8.
moon? Did you notice, guys, that the moon pattern has changed?
You haven't seen it caught on fire yet, have you? And you haven't seen what's going to come down. The sky's going to look like fire in
Yeah.
September, October. Yeah,
Yep, there's going to be so many meteors coming in, and we're talking. There's going to be some big ones too.
I know what's coming. I know it's coming.
Millions of small ones, but there's going to be a few big ones too.
I know. I know what's coming. I know.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Man, I saw that so many years ago,
Me too.
and I don't even remember how long ago it was. But it's one of those things. I was young, a soldier, full of life, and I just kind of blocked it out, But it always comes back. It's like, dude, you got to prepare. You got to prepare. I've got big old canisters and boxes over there with food and stuff in it, but there's not going to be anywhere to run, dude.
Yeah,
And,
no, you can't hide. You can't hide in a cave. You can't hide in the mountains. You will feel the wrath of it, dude.
you better be ready. Sheesh. That's why
I'm
I've been
serious.
trying. People don't understand. They say your kids need more schooling. They don't need to learn how to make a bow and use a bow. They don't need to learn swordsmanship. They don't need to learn how to use a gun and all this other stuff. And I'm like, bullshit. Y'all
Bullshit.
don't know what I know. I mean,
I
my
taught my
kids are.
I taught
Go
my
ahead.
kid karate, Jim Bean.
Yeah, the boys started them out with jujitsu, and the girls, the ninjutsu is more like a kind of a feminine bonding type thing,
Hey Phoebe,
and
good to
because of
see
the
you.
flexibility of their body and whatnot, and just the basics right now. And all by the time anything happens, they'll know what to do, and you can just rip a stick off a tree, and there's your weapon right there. Pick up a rock, whatever.
Well, I can't train my daughter in how to shoot a gun, but I can train her how to shoot a bow.
There you go. My bows are on the way right now, and the little training pistol I got, it's just a little Daisy BB. Takes a BB pistol, takes a little air cartridge like that, a little compressed air cartridge, and the little rifle is a Daisy also. Just getting them to understand the principles. That's basics.
Yeah, I wonder how long I can walk around the stores before I'm considered a lethal weapon myself without a weapon. You know,
Yeah.
because I actually am pretty. I'm pretty. I don't want to toot my horn, but I'm pretty good at self defense. I'm pretty good at
Right.
attacking people. I mean, I took 10 years karate, tai chi, and kung fu. So,
Oh, nice. Tai Chi.
you know, and my little brother came back from the Marine camp, and blah 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 blah. And the minute he got off his rocker or whatever it was from steroids or whatever, I don't know what the hell it was. He attacked me, and I just kicked the fuck out of him, and he hit the wall 6 or 8 feet away, and bounced off of it, and said, "You don't fuck with me ever again." I've done that. Never ever since then. He never really tried something unless he tried to backjack me with a golf club in the golf course, and that was the
Whatever.
end of it. That was the end of
Really.
it, man. That was the end of it. You know,
Yeah.
shit. That little whatever iron, it hurt, but I just took it through him in the pond. I was fucking tired of him. This guy's bigger than me.
Yeah.
But
I hate it when somebody gets an attitude, and I don't know if it's ego or pride or something that's driving them.
oh
And I
he
hate I
he
hate to do it.
he came back as a Marine, and then when it came down to the going to the over there at the bay or whatever, he pussied out and cycled out, and I was like, fuck him,
When he heat this water back up.
Yeah, yeah. He just went crazy. I mean, he went psycho and shit like that. They
Most
wiped
of the
him out.
time during your training camp, there's a slow release kind of gel that they put in you. It's a mineral and vitamin gel, and that's what helps you heal quicker and train quicker and get stronger quick. It's not exactly a steroid, but us in Spec Ops, whenever we have a mission to come down the pipe, I mean, we were like, heck yeah, shoot me up, doc. And they'd give you a shot over here of vitamins, a shot over here of minerals, and they would hit you with some like a half dose of steroid, and you couldn't stick for like a couple of days. But so many missions after 9 years of doing that, it really affects your liver. And I'm permanently stuck on these milk thistle, these pills. In fact, I even carry them around with me. If you can see, I got this little pouch thing. That helps a lot. Even if you just want a liver cleanse, you're taking some detox iodine, like the nascent iodine, which I recommend, man. Nascent iodine is the best. The survival shield.
Are you, are you telling me that your liver is screwed up?
Yeah, because steroids, what it'll do, it it accelerates the healing of the liver, right? And your liver heals at a certain rate, but when you're on steroids, you have growth hormone at I would say anywhere from 3 to 5 times more than what you would have originally had. So the growth hormone, it affects your liver in such a way that it creates cirrhosis, or what do you call it, the scars inside of the liver as it's healing,
Right, right.
because it's healing too quick.
But
That's the thing.
chugging them beers ain't gonna work either, right?
Well, it actually keeps my blood thin, and I don't chug. I just wait. I
Well,
had
yeah, I get it.
4.
I get it because people that
Yeah,
actually do drink alcohol, if they reduce it, it actually has an adverse effect. Yes.
right. You are so
And
right.
I'm a beer guzzler myself. Scandinavian skull. Brother. But I'm just saying that maybe have you looked at herbal medicine, like to
Right.
actually control that?
Yeah, there's one. It's a wine that's made out of. Oh my gosh. It's got vitamin C, D. It's got the whole entire B complex. And I really believe it has B17 also. I really do. And it's all mixed in with freeze dried liver, like a calf liver. And it's got a little bit of alcohol in it. You're talking about 2%, maybe 3%. It's just kind of like a real mild
Well,
wine.
I use this Nature Bounty vitamins that has for 50 men 50 plus over, and I take that every day. I mean, that's a great vitamin. Do you have that there?
Let me write that down. Can you say it again?
Nature's Bounty.
Nature's Bounty.
Yeah, they're all organic, right?
Right. I've heard of that name before.
And it's for men's 50 plus, and it's the multivitamin thing. It's very easy to get. Let me put my glasses on because I'm getting freaking old. I can't see in the dark anymore most of the time. Got 40% of my vision. Used to have night vision. Men's multi 50 plus. Nature's Bounty. Men's multi 50 plus. It has all the vitamins you need. I take one of them a day. I don't think my libido's going down, right? I'm good. I can't believe that men in the 40s can't get it up, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? That's just fucking ridiculous. It is fucking ridiculous.
A lot of that, your prostate actually gets wore out. People don't realize that. But that's why sex is one of the best kind of cardiovascular exercises, that and swimming. Those are the best two things you can do for the human body, especially when you get older. And
You can take
notice,
some collagen too, brother.
collagen. I keep hearing that.
Yeah, it's what your body needs, but you produce less of it. Collagen you can buy it anywhere. Put it in your drink and drink it, and bone muscle and skin, all that crap, and just keeps you looking a lot younger. I don't do any of that right now, but I do have a whole bunch of it.
I hear it lubricates your joints.
Yeah, that's pretty good for your joints too, because my left arm shoulder's pretty bad fucked up. I haven't had any replacements.
Like the.
I've been beat up, scraped up. I've played football and a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I've took some help kicks from people in tournaments and karate and stuff like that. And it helps a lot nowadays.
When you're young, you think that the bigger the muscles, the better. Now that's actually kind of a life design, because the more you're exercising, and your body actually asks, it really does. When you get in your late 20s, early 30s, your body starts asking for stuff like fish and shrimp and fried clam. And what that does is it builds up your, they got special elements for calcium, which your ligaments use. Now, an older gentleman, his body mass will be smaller, yet he will be faster than some young punk that's really huge. And that's the reason why, because he is built.
Jimmy Bean, I'm mid 50s. I'm 6'1" and 215 pounds. I know a stringy guy, always been. So you can figure that one out. Because I think you're probably the same way.
No, I understand. Dude, I've worked right alongside some giant monster type guys, right? And it seems like the really bigger guys, the problem with them, they're strong and they can reach things you can't reach. They can do things you can't do. Because I'm 5'11" and a half. Maybe I'm a little shorter now. I don't know, because of my back. But no matter who we are, we all have certain talents. Just like that 5 foot guy. That guy, the one that stands out because you can't really see him, and you're surprised that whenever the crowd opens up or the formation, and you can actually. Those are the ones that can get into caves and caverns, nooks and crannies, whatever you call it, little small places, and they can do it comfortably. Kind of like tunnel rat. Wow, that was interesting. We had a lot
Sorry
of
about
feedback.
that. I actually unplugged my headset because I had to reset it.
Oh, check you out. Okay. Oh, you're doing a headset thing. Can't believe I actually have a hearing aid. But
Yeah,
look,
I
I
have
can
some.
still. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I actually have headsets or like call centers, and they were cheap back then. I bought a bunch of them, and I give some out, to people that need them for YouTube. But now they're like $200.
Hey, check that out. You're talking about the ones with big old foam cup on it.
No,
Okay.
I'm talking about the ones that are for call centers, and they were called Palanto or whatever. I can't remember what the hell they are now. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Ain't that something?
Uh,
I'm sorry, Chad. I've been over here this whole time. I hope
Yeah,
everybody.
I think we got a lot of things coming down next 6 months. We need to pay attention to. One thing we need to pay attention to is food shortages and help out each other. Okay,
Yeah. Man, you ain't kidding, man.
I ain't kidding at all. I mean, I said I harvest like a gallon and a half bag of um, parsnip seeds. Okay, and
First,
I'm
yeah.
harvesting lettuce seeds, gourmet lettuce seeds. I called the food bank in the city right here, and they're mostly getting the stuff from outside sources. And I said, I got this food for you. And once they
Yeah.
can come by, pick it up. I got 10 or 12 zucchinis right now, a bunch of celery that I grew. I'm growing some beets and stuff like that. And, I got a ton of green beans and, other stuff like that, for you to pick up because I'm not going to eat it all. I'm not going to waste it and I'm not going to can it because I have a
Yeah.
bunch of food already. I grew extra food this year because I knew people were going to be in trouble. Okay.
Here's John Smith. Pray for you, man. Now, if you take a look at it, whether this corporations deny, and then you have the who is it that does the glyphosate?
Monsanto.
Yeah, Monsanto. Even if they had not started contaminating the ground soil, the topsoil, it's only the first 8 feet or so that you have your food nutrients that come through the root into the plant, and it gets into the juice through the root, and that's what they make the fruit with. Like bell peppers or tomatoes or whatever.
Oh, no.
Right? Why? Now, after thousands of years, even the Bible says right there, and that's your instruction book for everything. It says for the first 6 years, go ahead and plant the crops. How are you going to plant them? Just pop them around a little bit. But on the seventh year, it's like the seventh day, you rest. Let it rest. Save up the plant a little extra on the 6th year, and on the 7th year, just let everything grow up, chop it down. And why people burn the brush, I have no idea, man. Because brush is, you wouldn't even have to buy this, what do you call it, fertilizer stuff to put on
Yeah,
there.
I understand, Jim Bean. What you're saying in the Bible is what they are saying also. Um, you saying that when things go to hell, you burn down the crops, you chop them down, you keep growing them until you chop them down to the 6th year, 7th year, you regrow new things without all the
Right.
crap. Yep.
Now, what you do, you just leave everything right on the spot where you chopped it at. And you just,
Hold on. Marion, explain that right now because that's not true. Marion, please explain that.
or we've always known people who are angry drunk. Is that what you're talking about, Doc?
Yeah. She's talking about angry drunk, and I don't know what she's talking about because you're not an angry drunk. I'm not drunk, and Canoes is not drunk. I mean, I don't
She's
understand what
tired,
that.
man.
I know Marion's. Marion's cool. She's very good.
Yeah,
You know.
good people.
Yeah,
She
she
said
is.
she got to say hi to my little girl tonight. We were out at the campfire, and she look, guys, she's 13. She's like genius level, been accepted into a university, even at her age, right? But how are you going to work that out when she's here in Central America? The universities up in the United States. Now, she was looking through my phone. She's like this little phone genius. Dude, she had my phone for like 10 minutes. And I had a machine gun on the front, grenades, stuff, all macho kind of phone, right? And next thing you know, she hands it back to me, and it's got all these pretty flowers, pastel colors, and I'm like, "Girl, my gosh!" But she found Mary in the messenger section. I don't know how you do that, but she's like, "Oh, and who is this girl?" And I'm like, "Darling."
Okay, Jim Bean. They're
Looks like
clarifying that
I'm
they're
a
talking
pound
about
of
some music song. Okay, dude. They're talking about some music song. Okay.
yeah. Well, Miriam got to talk to my little girl this evening. That was kind of
That's
nice.
cute. That's nice. Very good. You know,
Yeah.
you like Miriam?
Well, who doesn't like Miriam?
Well, everybody does like Miriam, but she got to talk to the girl. I mean, maybe she has a
Yeah.
vested interest in that. I mean, maybe she's sweet on you, right?
Well, my little girl's pretty tough, dude. I trained them well, dude. They know.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you gonna say you're sweet on somebody or not, man? Because I
I
I
wish
know
you.
some girl in this chat that been here tonight that I'm sweet on too. Okay,
Yeah.
and you're not gonna
Yeah.
guess who it is because I'm not gonna tell you.
I got an idea.
And it ain't
Because
Mary. Okay.
because you, yeah, because of your type. I kind of got an idea.
No, I'm just yeah.
Miriam's
I
like,
like the spicy
man,
little
I'm
redheads
just
or
saying, what are you
whatever or
talking
whatever.
about?
They're cool.
No, Miriam, Maria was like, hey, and who's this lady here? What you got number saved on here for? Oh my goodness. We just been apart too long. My girls are like that. They've been missing daddy a lot. You know how that goes, y'all.
Yeah. Um, I still have an adult daughter at home, so it's tough. You need to learn how to drive. You need to get your ID. Blah blah blah. Like Daddy, I'm trying to do something in my room. Leave me alone until it's supper time, right?
But, dude, I'm so tired. Mm.
Well, I'm probably ready to call tonight too. By the way, so you know.
I'm in that stage. You know what I mean? That stage where you broaden your focus. It's kind of relaxed, but in one mode, but another mode inside. I guess it's inside your heart that opens up. That's kind of. If I was to lay down right now, I wouldn't be able to go to sleep anyway.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I took a little 1 hour nap today. Um, wasn't a good one either. And usually I take a good nap and then I sleep for like 5 hours. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I just
I pretty
today
much sleep the same way, man.
it's okay. I mean, we do know what's coming down. We know what's coming down.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, a lot of you guys need to prep up and get yourself ready for everything that's coming down because it's coming down. It's coming down big time. And there's no, Uncle Sam going to save you. Big Brother ain't going to save you. You guys need to prep up and you're going to get up or step up because there's not going to be nobody going to save you on this one. I'm serious. Not kidding. There's no lie
We're
between
looking
that.
at hey drop. We're looking at mid to late September, October, November, December, January, February, March, and then you got April. So
I know.
that's about
I know.
8 months of living hell. 8 months of living hell.
I know. September 9th, start looking at the moon, brother. Start looking at the moon. Because that's going to be the fire from hell. That's going to be the dragon's tail coming by. And you know that for a fact. And you saw what happened in China just a couple of days ago, right? That's only the start of it.
What was that?
The dragon's tail in China. You're going to see the dragon's tail come by over in September, in late October. And then you're going to see the things hit the stuff. But look at the moon on September 9th and tell me what you see. Okay? Because I'm giving you an exact specific date. I'm not lying to you. Take a look at what I'm saying. September 9th this year. What happens to the moon? Look at it. You're going to see it for yourself. I've been telling people that, and I'm going to put a date on things. I don't do this, well, it may happen like in 20 years from now, blah, blah, blah. I give you specific dates when I tell you stuff's going to happen. That's what I do.
Yeah. And it was even
In October,
advertised
in September,
movie.
September 2018, I told you that by 2020, China would be underwater. Where are they at right now? Do you see what I'm saying? I don't prophesize things I do not know. I don't see things I do not know. If I see something, I know I prophesy it. If I say I am having a bad day and I can't tell you what the fuck I'm talking about, I tell you. You know what I'm saying? I don't bullshit.
Yeah.
I do not bullshit about anything I prophesize. September 9th, 2020, look at the moon and tell me what you see then.
I think they're going to start using right around that time. That'd be perfect time to start using employing hologram. Holograms in the cloud.
Oh, they can't hide what's coming. They cannot hide what's coming. They have
No,
nothing to do
they're
with
going to
that.
be faking Jesus coming down and stuff and angels and whatnot.
They can't hide what's going to happen to the moon. They can't hide what's going to
Yeah.
see in the sky. If you go outside the city, they cannot hide it. I know what they can do. I know what they can do and what they can't do.
Do y'all remember when when the vapors on a lake in the early morning, the vapors were coming up and you got this huge fog? Over in China, there was a whole entire city projected into the fog, and it really looked like a whole city. It really did. It was a hologram, huge hologram.
I saw that.
Do you remember that?
I saw it. I already saw it. They're doing it again.
They're using holograms to freak people out.
You realize that China's going to be underwater and most of the Chinese are going to be dead within 2025. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You saw that. You saw the intelligence on that, right?
Yeah, they're pretty. That's why they're trying to spread out all over the world.
I know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You already know that. I don't have to bullshit you on that one. You already know.
Yeah, and you're looking at California, and California's so crazy right now, and they know the leaders over there, the Democrats and stuff. They know what's going to happen in California.
They already know that they're going to. It's just a handover to California. They're going to move there. They're going to move to the West Coast, and the East Coast is going to be Russia, because they already know they're fucked too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They already know.
Yeah, good chunk. Now,
You know what's going on. You know what's going on, Jim Bean. You got a good mind on your ass, and you know what you're doing, and you know what's going to happen, and you know exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I got two waypoints, and they're both on really big plateaus. Basically, where I'm at is a humongous sheet of iron, like 13, almost 14 miles wide, and it's really beautiful, guys.
It's going to survive a wave. I know that. Yeah.
Yeah, and what we're
And
looking at,
most people, you explain what most people don't know. What I'm saying.
right? I'm on the smallest tectonic plate on the planet. It'll move a lot, but it won't be sinking like the others would. We're going to lose all coastlines. In fact, almost every country in the world for some of them up to 12 miles, 10 to 12 miles like that inland. It's going to get hundreds of millions of gallons. And what freaked me out when I was a kid, I don't even remember how old I was. I think I was about 5 or 6. I literally saw people wading through water trying to avoid sharks, and they would find dead fish right there on the street. And they would grab the dead fish, cook it, and eat. And it was in the middle of a city like Houston or New York or LA or something like that. And it just kind of freaked me out. And being so young, I didn't think anything of it really. But it's one of the things that will stay in your mind. It stays in your mind.
It's one of those things, Jim Bean, where we know what's going to happen, and I know where I'm at right now. I'm going to be safe. Okay, like you, I know what I'm talking about because I've had the same dreams when I was like 9. Okay, so there you go, folks. We know what's going to happen. We know, and I know that I'm not very psychic right now. Today.
Yeah. Well, no, it's going to get a lot more sensitive. Your senses are going to get a lot more sensitive, and you'll literally, and even in the Bible it says that.
I understand that, but we're also called the elect.
Yeah. And isn't that something? When God opens your eyes, it's like
I know.
It's like you've been asleep your whole life until you actually. And it's literally is, folks. It's like taking a leap. I'm just.
Yeah, it's not a leap for me. I've known this for years. But we're also called the elect. We're called the sealed ones.
Yeah.
Revelation 7's already happened. Revelation 8 is already on the way. And read Revelation 8, people, because if you haven't read that right now, you have no idea what's going to happen.
Is it not obvious that the delusion, the great delusion, God has already laid it down, blanketed all of humanity with it? Even here, man. And you have a lot of great, good-hearted people here. But then you have those that it's the same division you're seeing up there, and what you see in every country. It's all over the world. And with that division, right behind that comes hell. You know what? You know what's got me curious there, Drop? Is the little animal. It's got the wings, a little tiny, what is it? Horse head, a horse neck, and scorpion body.
Hummingbird.
No, and it's in Revelations. It's in the Bible. And when it stings somebody, those who don't have the seal of God, and they're going to be down for 5 months, wishing they could die, but they can't. That's
yeah, that's in Revelation where people wish to die, but I don't know what that animal is. I don't.
yeah, and that's. I mean, it couldn't be locust. All I can figure is that maybe it's going to come out of a laboratory or something. I don't know. Cause
Maybe a mechanical one. Yeah.
yeah, they are thinking about. Wow, I never thought about that one. I'm thinking organic. You got a good point because man, in war we use all things.
DARPA's already deployed some of those, and I just could point that out, but probably get arrested.
Yeah.
DARPA's been around for 25 years.
Yeah. Well, in the early stages, well, I ain't gonna talk about that. But
yeah, I can't talk about it either. They'll put me in a prison for years.
Early stages, it's got more than 25 years, but it had early stages, so Denver blew the planet up. But they were trying to punch through the membrane of the planet. They couldn't do
That's
it, not even with nuclear bombs.
yeah, and that's the real reason why they're actually doing the stuff. They're not breaking up bunkers. They're not breaking up bunkers. You know that for a fact.
You know this mask thing? Um, took my daughter to go get a bunch of clothes because when the wife ran off with the car and the kids, she left almost all the clothes, dude. It's really sad. And we were up there at a place called Mendel's. It's kind of like a classy place to buy clothes here in Honduras. New clothes. I don't like, especially as they get a little older, or girls. You don't want to get used jeans because you never know what the girl before had, or if there's some kind of fungus or whatever stuff like that. But I saw these like
Well, I know other countries, and I like South America because you can get used clothes, you can get new clothes. I mean, there's a difference, and I know what you're talking about.
yeah, you got to be really careful. Clean that the sensitive spot in the clothes. You got to clean it real good.
Yep.
Listen. I I was walking through, and Marjorie and Maria, my daughter and her caretaker right now, were in the feminine section, like where the bras and stuff are at. And
Right.
I walked by and I saw these bikini, right? It's like a thong. I'm like, dude, that would make a perfect face mask. And just
Well,
wear like a thong bikini around.
if I wasn't going to use the perfect face mask, I'd probably use one of my old bras, like Triple E. You know what I'm saying?
I
That's
use,
work
I use,
great. Cover my whole fucking head.
there you go.
No, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. My wife
I don't
had,
care if it works or not, obviously.
my
Just like
wife
that.
used to have. I threw most stuff out, and I just kept it for my daughter. But the the bras that my wife used to wear were Triple E, so
Uh,
it covered my
probably,
whole fucking head.
yeah,
Like
my mama was like that. My daughter, she's 13 and she's already ain't no buds to it, dude. She's like full blown, right at C cup already. 13 years old. And she's gonna be just like my mama was.
yeah, well, I
You
think
could
my
see
daughter's
those
gonna be the
coming
same
around the
way.
corner before she came around the corner.
Yeah,
She couldn't hide.
my wife kept a lot of stuff, and she had a lot of stuff, and I kept a lot of clothes, and I think I'm gonna put them on the flea market. Because my daughter doesn't want them and stuff like that. But there was a lot of stuff that was like, I got rid of a lot of that stuff. It's flea market when I lived in Georgia after she died. But
Where were you at in Georgia, bro?
I was over there just west of Athens.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
over there in
I rode through
wine.
Georgia a lot from South Carolina, getting back down to Texas, go see Mama and Grandma.
Well, yeah, my wife used to sell flea markets all the time. So,
Oh,
um,
nice.
and I met a lot of people there that I knew, and I just sold to them a lot of stuff they had because the whole house is full of stuff, and still some stuff left, but stuff that was valuable and stuff like that. But I got rid of a lot of stuff.
I just had to switch it over so y'all could see what we were doing today.
That's cool.
This little lady can shoot, dude. And she loves shooting a pistol.
That's cool. And my daughter's like 5'11". I'm 6'1".
Oh. Is
Yeah.
she still growing or is she grown already?
She's 18 now, and
Yeah, she's got a few more years on her to grow. Let me see if y'all can see that.
I don't know, but I've been shrinking a little bit nowadays, but I'm 6'1", 215. But
Yeah. I'll tell you this, we had a lot of fun, man.
I've got my kid with me, but the first set of them, Pen 2 blew up, killed the ranch and everything else. That's my first family, the Yali. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't tell you about that.
That's fine, man. I mean,
No, I'm telling somebody else in the chat about that. I adopted a kid and married a Filipino girl and
okay.
had a kid, but Pinatubo took care of that 10-acre ranch. Took care of it good, man. I'm telling you, killed them both, all three of them. That's before I met my wife and all that stuff. I spent 9 years before I ever thought about getting married again. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been married. This is my third marriage, so I really don't see me getting married again.
Well, the first marriage it was for life, and then they were killed by a volcano, Pinatubo, in 1991. You can check it out. And I didn't get married again until I met my second wife, and she died of cancer, and I'm with her and stuff like that.
And
I'm a good guy. I'd never leave women when I get married. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Mm.
First wife, the boy was not mine. It was a Marine's boy. I don't know exactly, but the girl was mine, and the wife was. We had 10-acre ranch on Pinatubo, and it blew up and killed everyone that night when I was gone.
Good lot on 10 acres, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I hate to interrupt, but it's time for me to hit the sack. I got to work this morning, so I need to get some sleep. So I'm going to be shutting it down.
Okay. Sorry about
Really?
that.
Okay. I don't even know what time it is, y'all.
Yeah, it's 1:15 here, so.
Oh, crap. I cannot believe that. All right, check this out. Hey, God bless you guys. I just wanted to hop on and say goodnight to y'all and then ran across Drop. So interesting speaking with you, Drop. God bless you, man. You take care.
Yeah,
Marion,
I've been through a lot, brother. In canoes, I've been through a lot. I mean, I just trying to live life and try to help others right now.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. And if Wizard needs something, I try to give it, but if I can't give it, I can't give it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, everybody in the chat, Arizona Infidel and Dallas and Skull and Bubba and Battery and Miriam and Crow.
Yeah, these are all good people.
Oh, yeah. And even the newbies we had tonight. And Carpenter Patriot. And anybody else who's watching, thank you for dropping by tonight. Drop. Take care, buddy. You have a good one.
Yeah, canoes. I hope I don't annoy you too much.
Oh, no. Good conversation.
Pray for our brother next door, Dane, because he's got maybe COVID. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm really sorry because he works in the VA and he's he's a good friend, man. He's been a good friend. Along with Marty next door, they're good friends, and they're ex-Navy, ex-Army. I'm ex-Navy myself, so we all love each other, and it's so good. We're a good tight community here. So,
alrighty, folks. Good night, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Be well.